Happy New Year.
Happy motherfucking New
Yeah.
Year.
Well, this is going to be the next week, so Happy New Year again. I
Happy
hope you
New
heard it.
Year times 2 to everybody.
Yes. Yes.
Shit, let me turn my shit down. Yo.
Yo.
Okay, cool. I like how clean the audio is now. Like it's what? Ooh, Sour Patch Kids.
The watermelon joints too.
You know
my
that's
bad.
the crack.
I forgot, Tim. My bad.
That is crack, homie. Back when we used to have to wear collared shirts, that was my easy crack snack. Fuck.
It's easy. It really is.
Man.
I'm sorry. Making those noises.
It's all good. It's all good. He's smacking all good, making it sound all good too, man. God, dog.
ASMR. What is ASMR?
ASMR. Hey, I was in one of them streams like the other day, and I'm like, I think I really want to do that shit. You know, I want to do a lot of shit, but like, dude, the way the motherfucking all right. So picture this: the motherfucking microphone, right? Picture this lens. Yeah, and it got ears on each side, right? And then when they're doing shit, motherfuckers just taking the most like harsh and just random shit, and just and then and then they talking to you with for real, because then they're talking to you. Oh shit, we could be streaming this to Twitch now that I think about it, because it's interface going to the Mac, and the Mac has the stream software.
Let's just do it. Let's just do that shit. If you can do it right now, can you do it? And then they could just listen next Sunday or whatever for this one.
I'm logged into the. Okay.
I'm gonna tell everybody to go to your Twitch right now.
Nah, I'm talking about the producer thoughts Twitch.
Is it producer thoughts Twitch?
And I told you, man, I wasn't playing. I said everything.
All right, cool. Drop that link. I'm gonna put it all up on the thing.
So real quick.
Koj Cassetta started following you. These people, man. Oh, it's a bassist. I'll follow him back.
But see, yeah, if it's streamed on motherfucking Twitch, then it can fuck easier to cut out clips for the redistribution.
That's true.
Because you see how I be putting up my clips on my Instagram, because it's all streamed off Twitch, and then I just go and fucking jack it and chop it, and then fuck it.
And just download it, right?
Yeah. After it's clipped, then you download it, but now it's only a small file instead of that whole 32 gigs I'm trying to cut.
Wait, when people say cop, is that a West Coast thing? Yeah. I don't know, because I always heard it before. I don't know about cop being something else somewhere else. Yeah, man. It's dope. No, you're right. It's dope. Man, all the overwhelming love. Appreciate everybody. Overwhelming love I received. Maybe we shouldn't hit shit. Maybe we shouldn't have hit record yet.
I know, right? Hey, it is what it is.
All right, whatever.
Thank y'all for riding with us. We setting up shit as we speak.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Twitch.
I
Producer
mean,
Thoughts Twitch. We got a Producer Thoughts Discord. We got Producer Thoughts at gmail.com. Yeah, dude. When it comes to branding,
it's a tough job, man.
you gotta go. Oh,
If you're watching YouTube, you watching his face, right? It's kind of funny. You're like, what the hell?
got him. Yeah, I was wondering where my window went. We don't have none of the assets.
What do you mean? Two purrs? I'm just kidding. My bad. I'm having a little too much fun. Well, real quick, I'm gonna talk about these backgrounds while he's doing that. Because if you can't see, Boris got the full-on '90s X-Men in the background, and this they got 1970s Wolverine. My girl Psylocke right there. Oh, Gambit, Beast, Cloak, Cyclops, Storm, Jean Grey in the back. Oh, Iceman over there in the back, swiveling his way in. Oh no, they got the 1990s one, the brown and the yellow. Yeah, Gambit right there. Moschetti. He's throwing like aces and stuff, full houses, throwing royal flushes at people. But that's my guy right there, Magneto. Crazy. He's what did he say? Trying to think of those Marvel versus Capcom references.
Oh, I'm dumb
What?
as fuck.
What happened?
I oh, I just said this post earlier today on Twitter too, because I noticed this about myself: is that when I know the complex way to solve a problem, I always default towards complex when sometimes all you need is simplicity.
That's everybody, bro. Sometimes it's just oh damn, like you just have that oh shit moment, like you just had right now.
Because look. So logged in on the MacBook to use the Streamlabs to see as the second monitor, so that way this is recording properly, right? But I logged out of Boris' account and then logged into the Producer Thoughts account on the MacBook so I can stream the video signal that's coming from the desktop to the MacBook.
Wait,
right?
right, okay, from the desktop to the MacBook.
From the desktop to the MacBook. I'm recording on the desktop. I can log out on the Boris account right here on the desktop and stream on the Producer Thoughts account on the desktop.
Because
On
you're
the same
recording,
computer I'm recording on,
right? Because you're recording it on there.
I'm just like, man, come on, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, my goodness. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of routing that just gets jumbled up in the mind.
But I needed to look at the fucking MacBook because I didn't remember the damn Producer Thoughts fucking password and shit. So I know it and shit now. But it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
fuck. Yeah, I can't stream this shit to Producer Thoughts. This shit is funny. Hold up. Oh shit.
Sure, it's all good.
Yeah, nah, it's still recording. All right, let me log.
So while you're doing that, my background is a Ninja Turtles one.
Let's go.
So, but this one is the Last Ronin. If you don't know what the Last Ronin is, it's this. So the first book out of the series, the first comic book out of the series, it's pretty. It's more pages than a regular comic book, but it took me a while to read it. But I just read it last night, like the first part. The second one drops. It got pushed back to like February or something like that. But the Last Ronin, you don't know which turtle this is, and it's like in the future where what seems to be that well, it seems like all the other turtles are dead besides the one, So
Oh,
this one wears a black mask and carries all the weapons of the OG turtles.
yeah, I
And
think you told me about this.
yeah, man.
Man,
I can't really see anybody else.
yo,
Like, why would Donatello do it? Why would Michelangelo do it?
I
Why would
fucked up everything right here, and so what
weapons?
I just learned is that Streamlabs, based off the account that you logged into, it saves the scenes based off the account you logged into. I thought it was just you got Streamlabs, and then whatever account you log in, you still got the same scene. But we'll set that up next time because I gotta basically export scenes so that way the shit can go through. I don't know what this recording is going to be because the recording kept going this whole time. But like when I switched over, it was like a blank screen, but we're still talking. So I don't know what this shit is going to look like.
Oh damn.
But hey,
Uh, I
that was
think
a gem for anybody that's out here trying to do that though. Your login is fucking linked to your scenes, fucking sources. The sources will be the same, but the scenes is fucking like this shit is a live. I call this live, and then I call that other one 3-person Zoom. You know what I mean? That way it's just boop boop.
hmm,
But yeah, and then I give you the password for the
Twitch.
motherfucker. Yeah,
Oh yeah, man. Because I want to do some lives.
easy.
I want to do some lives. I'm saving up for a NPC one.
C1.
Yeah, but I'm planning to do some tutorials on the machine though.
Let's go, man. That's what's on my papers right here. So
Yeah.
I got some gems today. Fire off. I'm ready to fire off, man. But let's start off today.
Oh, did I do one of these again? There you go.
They pick up your eye, where the eyeballs at. Let's
Crazy.
start off today. We ain't gonna count the chickens before they hatch, but we definitely in the frequency of manifestation, and you don't gotta wait for time to get the feeling. Let's get that feeling right now. Let's get that round of applause going.
What's up?
Our brother NappooBeats, in his first month of taking his beat selling career serious.
Oh, I didn't sell anything yet.
That's why I said we ain't counting chickens before they hatch. We ain't counting chickens before they hatch. But we already. You trying to say it ain't gonna happen? Even if it's not with dude, I'm just saying it's
Yeah,
going. It's
yeah. People are starting to hit me up.
come on.
Yeah, that's a good sign. That's a real good sign. Has it been a month? A little bit more than a month. Let's just say like 2 months, 3 months.
It ain't been more than a month since that post though, because I was driving. And I was driving not that long ago. It was like
A five free
3 weeks
beats.
ago, where somebody made a post, either B Stars, I think it's B Stars Instagram, scroll through, it's kind of like making a black screenshot of somebody's Twitter post saying, "Hey, it's been 1 month since I set up my BeatStars account, and I've already sold my first beat, blah blah blah." And I was going to forward you the DM of that post and say, "Hey," and then I think you tagged me in that post or something, or Brandon tagged me in the post. Somebody tagged me in the post, and I was like, I was going to send that, but I didn't want to send it just straight up. I wanted to make sure the context was there that even though your BeatStars account has been set up prior to a month, you ain't been going at it with the proper strategy. Like, you know what I mean? Like this whole shit, the approach that you got now ain't nothing compared to what you've done prior to.
That's true. Yeah. And I appreciate it's been I would say about a month and a half, I would say about a month and a half, something like that. We are in the new year. But yeah, it's crazy. Been working hard. Well, both of us been working hard. Me and you have been working hard on our stuff, just like nonstop. I feel like I'm not doing enough, but I don't want to die working, you know. But still, I mean, there's a lot of work to be done. I'm happy that like I'm finally getting like not recognized, like recognition in a way that I can, actually help people get these beats out to them. You know what I mean? It's a blessing that it's happening a little bit sooner than later.
Oh, baby.
It's cool, man. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. This man, Producer Thoughts is working for us. It's working. This is our weekly log, like the journal. Like we don't even have to fill out a journal because this is it. Because we always go back to it and we're like, yo, I said I was gonna do this. I have to do it. I have to do it. Because honestly, a day to day is kind of daunting. Like, oh, I have to do this in a day today. But if you give yourself a week, it's a little better. Because it's like, for me, like when I used to do projects at school, like in high school or something like that, and I would just put off it until Thursday or whatever. If we had like a week to do it, I put it off till Thursday. I mean, that's not a good practice, but it helps you with your deadlines.
It's not a good practice at all. Like,
it's not a good practice, but if you're able to do it, well, I mean, if you're crunched and you can do it, like now, because we've been doing the same thing over and over and over and over again for like the past whatever how many years, and more seriously this last 6 months or something. Then like for me doing the chop sections, I can make a beat in 20 minutes, and then like what's it called, and just work on it for the rest of that hour that I usually put on for it. That's how I think about it, like that. Like we can work fast because sometimes we need to work fast.
Yeah, and see, yeah, because that go back to my point from earlier is that sometimes I just want to complicate it just for the sake of complicating it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll be looking at some of the shit back, like when I'm trying to make a highlight, and I'm like, man, like because I look at, all right, when I start layering sounds, right? Okay, this is where I record, this is where I recorded, this is where I recorded. Then after a while, when you hear the beat, and I'm like, man, most of this shit is just me fucking around. I'm like, the beat is made at this point. I'm like, the rest of this shit is fluff and me trying to figure shit out and just fuck with shit just to give it a different kind of, but like sometimes, and that's why, so even my latest release, right, Make That Drive, I didn't want to go through Friday. Felt good on Wednesday to not have to talk about the depressing ass shit. If y'all want to hear some depressing ass shit, go look at all 9 weeks of that shit. You know?
Hey, by the way, the what's the name of this title? Drive.
Make That Drive.
Make That Drive. I listened to it, man. I listened to it a few times. I like it, man. You do need to drive. I was driving when I listened to it. Me and my son were coming back from like Best Buy or something like that, and I listened to it. I was like, oh shit, man. It was dope, man.
You know, it's some contemplative. You know what I mean? Man, I wish if you got subs, anybody that got subs, man, it's a treat for you if you got subs.
I don't have subs, but my Corolla speakers. I drive a Corolla. Fuck you guys. What's no, I'm just kidding. But it's a really sturdy car, by the way. Anyway, get you where you need to be at. It still hit. It was subbing. I mean, now I got no subs in the car, bro. I said, "Oh shit! Yeah, if I had subs, this would be great." I'll just put a sub pack in when I'm driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, I know. I got that on the backpack. For real.
I'm just like driving with it on. People looking at me weird on the freeway.
Man, rolling with the
Like,
sub pack. Oh man, just automatic bass. Because at the end of the day, you just want to feel the bass. At the end of the day, feel the bass. But yeah, I just wanted like with that one, I kept it simple though. Normally, I want to make shit complex, and I'm like, sometimes the vibe is to keep it simple, you know. And so I'm like, I'm finna just fuck with these vocals. This vocals is gonna make it. Like if I really could think if I was making that for an artist, the artist that I would want on that would be fucking Drake and FKA Twigs. Oh my goodness. Cause then FKA Twigs could hit them like high ass frequencies, and then Drake come in with some low ass melodies and all that shit. You make that drive for me. And all that, you know.
You make that drive for me. He's like, yeah. I remember when he first came out, I used to hate him because he made every other rapper say yeah like that. I was like, oh, come on. I thought you were different.
Trendsetter, man.
He's like, yeah. Shut up.
And everybody else doing it, man. Yeah. But yeah, dude. Yeah, and that right there. To keep the vibe fucking what's it called? And then like basically what I'm finna just go in on, man. Like I really feel that we just gotta go all in pause on this shit. So for me, I'm finna just embrace everything that who I'm is. I already told y'all motherfuckers about the vulnerable shit. Now we finna just fucking bask in everything that's me, nigga. Smoking everything. You know, I'm finna fucking turn up. And it's like I was keeping it away from the image for a while because I'm like, you know, if I get another public job and all this shit. But it's like at this point, when I can go back and I look through the dark days, motherfucking shit, my shit got 40 streams, nigga. Who streamed somebody's album 40 times, nigga? Like,
I was one of them, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, that vapor dreams. What is it called?
Vapor dreams come true.
True, yeah, man. So that remind me of freaking what's it called? Cobra Kai and shit, and like like the freaking vaporwave. It's got that classic like 80s vaporwave. That's where it's from, right? The vaporwave shit. The sounds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It remind me of Tron and all that stuff.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you, man. See, all right, when it comes full circle.
Yeah, man, like that shit. I listened to it maybe twice and a half, and I think the half was the vaporwave one. So that's why it stuck with me a little more. Vaporwave games come true. No, hey man, I'm super proud of you for doing that shit again, man. Because now you can move past it. Now you can move past it
all the way
for sure now. Because before you were like, nah, I don't know about putting this out.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, now it's out, and it's been out already. So it's been a good week or so for it being fully out. So about a week or two, right? 1 week.
40, yeah, it said check your 1 week of your thing. Yeah, 40 fucking streams of the album, and I'm like, dude, I released this shit over 9 weeks each single, and like out of each one where I get my little weekly after I released once a single, probably the one that got the most was like 14 streams, and it was like either Anticipation or Overwhelmed. It was one of the drum and bass ones though, and I'm like, dang. So then now when I remember I used to go to other people's Spotify and even go through my own Spotify, but like I go through other people's Spotify and you know how you click on their shit and it got the top 5, and then you click on show more and it'll show you the top 10.
Okay.
And every time when I used to go to my shit, it was like it just show you the top 5 because obviously I have fucking So now when I go to my shit, I see the 10 and it's like it's pretty much all the 5 tracks that I've always had out, but then now it's certain tracks off the Dark Days, and it's like ranked in order. I'm like, oh, so this is what motherfuckers are listening to. So it's good because now I got feedback. Like there's that call and response. It's like, all right, I'm finna just keep putting shit out, and the vibe ain't for everybody, but it's a vibe for somebody. You know what I mean? And whatever resonates, resonates. But at the end of the day,
it's always a vibe for somebody, right? Man, you should stick with them drum and bass tracks. Them shits go, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. They do go.
Machete said that shit. He said, man, anticipation. He said, that was today. He was like, man, it was a solid body of work, man. Like, it's good. Shout out to motherfucking Machete, you know what I
Shout
mean?
out to Machete, man. Machete, bro. You got cut off the last episode, but hey, whatever. Technical difficulty.
Technical difficulties. Take care of some bandits.
Some madness. Ah.
But yeah, he said, man, I like anticipation because it made me want to put some electric drums on there. And I'm like, dang, that's a trip because Mike, you remember Mike? Mike, when I was showing him the album, he said like, I feel this is your best song on here. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah. He's like, it's the most dynamic. He's like, and I was wondering like, what is it about that track? And then so Louis said, man, he's like, oh yeah, that's the musician's choice. And I'm like, choice. But
And
then
Mike's a musician.
right, it started making me go back and listen to those tracks different. Because when you said this was a good Jim that you said earlier was he was making the beat and your brother was on the phone, and when you go back to make the stuff you already know how to make, it hit different.
Yes. Because you've done it so many times that when you make it, it just sounds that much more um better. Like, especially if you're working with a dope sample and you know how to manipulate those types of samples. It's like what's the first dish you've ever cooked? Do you remember what your first dish was?
Like, what's a dish mean?
Like
Full
food, like food.
protein and everything.
I want to say a full meal, so a meal to eat.
A meal to eat is probably noodles. Probably my first thing.
Okay. How you make your noodles now? Well, let's just say, how did you make your noodles before you started dieting?
Before I started dieting.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Because right. Well, I mean, all right. So even now, what would you do to the noodles right now? Let's just say that.
Man. So speaking of which, on here, I'm finna make me a cookbook. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh yeah, do that.
My cookbook is called Healthier Shit That Tastes Good because I'm just gonna make all the series of the shit and make that a cookbook, nigga. But fucking I'm finna tell you about how to make healthier pho. You know what I'm saying? You still get chicken, you still get the chicken, you still get it sliced up, you still boil it for an hour so it can get now you boil it first. But hold on, I ain't gonna tell you the whole thing. But anyway,
let's just say like top ramen, right? Say if there's like a healthier version.
There's a healthier version of top ramen. Okay, I take my brown rice noodles, right, instead of regular noodles, because then all that starch is not gonna turn into sugar and fuck up your kidney. Brown rice noodles. Then I would like right now I got this dash seasoning, but I really feel that I can find a chicken bouillon gluten-free version where it's no salt. Because if you can get the same chicken bouillon is the same flavor as the chicken flavor of the season packets. And so, but chicken bouillon got a lot of sodium because it's the salt in that bitch. But now I've been fucking with these dash seasonings, which has no salt. That's why that kimchi looking ass chicken, oh my God, nigga, with the Southwest. And then they got a lemon pepper with like, oh my goodness, dude, I've been fucking this shit up. Like, and with the air fryer, this shit is like less than 30-minute meals. I'm Rachel Ray, man. I'm Rachel Ray with this shit. But yeah, nah, just like what you're saying. Yeah, I'm feel you. Because since my experience, right, the first day I used the air fryer was that first day I put the video up. I went out and bought it, like, and then I made this chicken, and it was like, I went and got the gluten-free flour, but I forgot that you got to still spray that bitch with some oil. Cause then that shit is gonna look dry as like Ashley Larry.
Oh yeah, it does. If you do it with flour, yeah, it happens. It'll look burnt and just dry, like
it's dry as fuck. But if you spray it, then it'll leave that little glisten over the top, and then as that air, man, then you get that nice crunch on the outside, but then it's still juicy. Oh, but now, I started going more into. I like that. Okay, the outside of the meat is flavored. But now the inside of the meat got to be flavored. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Now, salt is normally how you open that bitch up. You can also with some lemon or some lime. Get the little squeeze thing, bop, bop, bop. Because when you squeeze that in there, now it's fresh. It's like condensation. And so as as the heat goes through on the inside to cook inside out, that lemon or that lime is just gonna open that bitch up for the flavors. So then if you put some motherfucking like spinach or something that can like, you know what I mean? It'll soak that bitch on the outside, so then the flavor is on the top, and then it'll soak it through because you got the lemon or the lime going through. Oh man! So then when I ate that bitch last night, because that chicken I made last night, this is only 3 days.
Hey man, that's how you do it, man. Make sure you have food.
Oh my god,
Good food.
good food. I'm like, dude, I'm Red Lobster. I made breaded shrimp, and then I got sugar-free barbecue sauce. Come on, man.
Yo, let's go.
We all here, dude. But yeah, just like what you said, I'm like, I could prepare it because all these, like when I was thinking about the cookbook, I'm like, I can make a cookbook now because I've been living this lifestyle for a while. When I first wanted to make it, that burrito I made was the first of all the shits. I'm like, fuck, this is fucked up. I can't eat shit now. But now I know how to pretty much make everything I used to eat and
your own way.
In the healthier way now.
See, that's crazy. So you went from open up the packet of top ramen, put that shit in boiling water, or vice versa, put the packet in the water, and then put the thing.
Boy,
yeah. To what the hell you just said? That took you like 20 minutes to talk about. See, that's going back to your what's it called? That's going right back to your like to the original way you was doing it. I mean, it's your upgrade of the dish that you made. It's like your music, same thing. Now look, see, it's just that's the gem for sure. I forgot what we were talking. Why we were talking.
Because when you were talking about the beat, you was talking about how since you've done it so many times, when your beats hit different, and oh,
it'll hit the same, but it hit different.
Yeah, look at this. I gotta make this post. I was gonna make it on Twitter earlier today. So there's this dude I follow, Chris Johnson. He talk about all his books that he read on a yearly basis, like books that he reread and shit like that. And I'm like, all right, but the way I look at it is like you still got a SoundCloud? How many tracks is on your SoundCloud?
4.
4. When last time you heard him?
Been about a month.
A month? What made you go back to him a month ago?
Oh, you know what? It was about 2 months. I had to upload a beat. That BeatStars beat, not BeatStars, Producer Grind beat battle. Did I do that one time? Remember that? I was telling you about that? Yeah, I had to upload it to SoundCloud. So I was like, oh yeah, I have a SoundCloud. I was like, oh shoot, damn, these are old. I was like, oh dang. I just left them on. I like some of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel. I'm glad because like, so I was listening to a lot of my old SoundCloud remixes today, and what I feel the best thing to do is to listen to it and understand or why is the reason why you wince and cringe on certain parts when you listen to songs, and then out of the stuff you like why do you like it, you know? Because my common denominator I noticed in my songs was I had a lot of good moments in songs, but it wasn't I didn't have a whole good ass song, you know? It'd be like a certain point, be like, ooh, that shit is dope. Only that moment.
Just that part in it, huh? Just that part. Oh, I'm actually looking at my SoundCloud right now. I want to see. I did look at. Hey, what the heck happened? Oh, I don't want a pro plan. I just want to go to my thing. See, come on, why do you guys do this to me? What? I just want to listen to the ones that are on here. Why is it acting dumb on me right now? Let's go right. Let's exit out of here. Stacks on leather. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that I just did, right? Yeah. Oh, this one is on there. Is it too loud? Oh, this is the Ashley Banks remake. Oh, that's loud. Let me pause that. It's loud for me even. Do you remember me making this one? We were ripping Ashley Banks. She was singing that song on Fresh Prince. my dance remix one. And you're wasting my time. That was my stab at some remix, some what's it called remix of what was his name again? Freaking
Patronata.
Patronata remix.
Yeah.
North Star, like that beat.
I don't remember that track though. Ashley Banks.
Yeah, Ashley Banks. Ashley ripping Ashley Banks. Got 60 plays on that bitch. Crazy. North Star because I think I made this beat when I was in Victorville. I did make this beat when I was in Victorville because North Star was right around the corner. That North Star of the street, right? I have a beat named Canyon Rim because that was my cross street.
From King Canyon.
I like a lot of these beats actually. They're not like my old beats that I deleted a long time ago. Might be under Nappoo Sound or something like that.
C and C. Because you put those. See, those were all beats that you put up. Like there was no. The only contest one was the most recent.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that contest beat?
You could have did more. I like it.
All right.
I like it, but knowing what other people did, it kind of made me feel like they cheated. Because I mean, yeah, the rules is like, oh, you could as long as you use some like at least the sound in here, but then the sound could have been a hat, and you could just done everything else different. Like, oh, that's the sound. I use that part. Right. I think it'd be better if they did the remix contest with or the beat contest with just the pack sounds. None of your drums.
No. Just everything. See, that's how our beat battles can be. Our beat contests.
Skill. Yeah,
be like, hey,
skill.
everybody got the same pack. And because like when I watch Kenny Beats, he's like, oh, where's the sample? Like, that's the main thing. Is like, nah, nigga, don't try to come here with your custom ass beat and try to say, like, oh, this shit right here, because you know you used it somewhere else and shit. Nah, motherfucker. We are creators. We're creating this for the moment, and we want to see everybody get their canvas in all the same colors, and then paint your picture, motherfucker.
Right. Exactly. When we do our beat battles, that's exactly how it's gonna go, and we're gonna get a dope ass giveaway because you deserve that shit because you did that shit the way you're supposed to do. This is your actual skills. You can go and make a beat anytime. This is like the actual, this is the actual nitty gritty where you have to take what you take your own slab of steel or whatever, you make your own sword out of that shit. But we give that to you. We give you the element or whatever
the materials.
Material, yeah. We give you that specific material you got to make it out of. I just referenced Forged in Fire. You ever watch that show? So it's like one of those competition shows, but they make knives and swords and stuff. They tell you what to make. Like, oh, I've never made an axe before, and the guy's like, this Filipino dude had his own home forge made out of like an old satellite dish. And he all he did was like set it on fire because like a forge has to be at a certain temperature, right? It's like freaking like a box, a concrete box, and they have like all these like specific equipment. This dude literally just had a hammer and some fire, and he had like the material. I was like, damn, this dude's rugged, and he won. I think he won because it was like the sharpest and most durable. I mean, it wasn't the prettiest looking thing, but
it's a Netflix show.
I think they have it on Netflix now. I used to watch it on Hulu, and it was on like cable, TV or satellite TV, whatever. There was like an ABC show or something like that. Forged in Fire, bro. It's dope.
It sounds dope, man. I like them survival ass motherfucking MacGyver, create some old shit that you ain't never seen before or done before, and now you done it, and even however it turned out, you still did it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this one he just specifically like these are just like you get like 4 or 5 people. Oh, it's like 5 or 6 people, and then they have like they take you into the like warehouse where and that's where the set is at, and they make that they like, all right, it's like you have an hour, 2 hours, like imagine a cupcake making show, but it's with swords and knives.
That's dope. That's dope.
And she's oh, it's hot in here. He's about to pass out. It's all dun, you know, they do that shit to make you feel like something crazy is about to happen. It's all 5, 4, 3, and they're all still hammering like they're about to, you know, like they're about to lose their time or whatever. But really, they had like 10 minutes left or something before they finished. You know, they do them edits, man, those crucial edits, make you sweat at home.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Suspense.
suspense. Exactly. Is he gonna make it? But in real life, he made it a long time ago. Hey, oh yeah, my bad. What was I talking about again?
We was referencing 405 because we was referencing materials, we was referencing beat battles, we was referencing SoundCloud. I was talking about liking your old beats. What do you like about them? What didn't you like about them? What make you cringe? What you looking at?
You hear that hissing? Or is it me? I don't know. I touched my mic. Oh, my bad, bro. Is that door closed? Mommy, is the door closed to the washer and dryer? I can hear it on my recording. Oh, I guess you could leave it on. I don't got no door to my room right here. Maybe I gotta build a door.
He was like, "You hear that?" I was like, "I don't know what's going on. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, it's fine because you know the Zoom cuts it, so I guess
But you hear it.
I can hear it. Yeah, you can leave it on. My bad.
He's like, "You hear that?" Yes, and I'm like,
Now she's cooking. I was like, oh, I can smell it right now too.
"There we go." Home
Really,
cooked meals.
she was like, she's like, you don't get tired of chicken. I was like, no. I mean, we had like different food, like enchiladas and like pizza or something the other day. So I was like, I told her that. I was like, no, I eat some chicken with soy sauce and garlic and onions, bro. Easy. That's easy. Lemon juice.
Look at it. See what I'm saying? Lemon or the lime, baby.
Put a lime. Hey man, lime. What I do with my barbecue, I put that stuff in there. And I put a little can of beer in there.
In the barbecue?
The mix, the marinade.
Mm.
But see, I don't do barbecue like regular, but like barbecue sauce and stuff like that. I don't do that. I use like my Asian seasonings that you would do if you were just pan frying it or something like that.
Yeah.
But it just be like on the barbecue.
What are those seasonings called?
What do you mean?
You said hey, you do them on Asian seasonings as if you pan
Oh,
fry them.
like soy sauce, like soy sauce. Well, we use soy sauce, vinegar, onion, garlic. You can use some bay leaf if you want to use that. Lemon or lime. Can of 7 Up even you can use that because it's got lime and lemon in it. You know, citrus. The sugar exfoliates the chicken. You leave it in there for overnight or something like that, or use a can of beer. Can of beer works really good.
We back to the can of beer,
Can of
man.
beer, bro. Like I didn't know how crucial that was until I did it. When did we do that? When the Lakers won the championship, we were barbecuing, and I had a beer. I had a Dos Equis, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, I put it in there. I was like, "Oh shit! I forgot about this." Because a lot of like my uncles and stuff, they'll use like Bud Light Lime or something like that, or just like Bud Light or something to put in there. But I had a Dos Equis. I was like, oh shit, let me just pour some of this in here, right? And then yeah, it comes out good. I don't know why. I just seen my family do it.
Mm.
I was just like, oh, it's probably like what's it called? I don't know the word, but it probably just like expands the flavors or something. The hops. It's the hops.
The hops is the motherfucking all that shit. I don't know what the fuck, but it is opening up something. Like anytime you add some new mixture or something moist, new moisture, it changes the flavor. Cause man, I fucked up that curry. I was looking back at my fucking pictures of when I started all this cooking shit, and I'm like, dang, I remember when I fucked up that curry. It fucked up the fridge. I fucked it up so bad. Like,
Dang.
mm.
Curry's a hard dish to make, man. It's hard.
It's hard to make sodium-free curry taste good. It's hard to make sodium-free curry that tastes good.
That's true. A lot of salt. Because salt is what makes things taste good.
Yes.
It's like, oh, like they go like this, like every time somebody like on those cooking shows, they're all needs more salt. Like
Yeah.
it's
And
true.
and salt, like, dude, the first time I made pho, I boiled the chicken, right? Like you boil the chicken and then fucking like the chicken turns from that pink color to like white and shit, right? You know?
Right.
And then like, I had it going and then I fucking went and fucking like did the little chop up, right? But not knowing that you just boil fucking chicken and then you just leave it there on boil for however long and then you go to try to break it up. Now it's gonna be all brittle and hard ass chicken, right?
Yeah.
And it's not gonna break up well. It's gonna be that shit like if you got chicken bites but cooked little pieces of chicken shit. Now, the tech is to boil that bitch, let it boil. Now this is the key. You put salt in that bitch first in your water because now it's gonna be salt water that you're gonna boil it in. You pour that bitch and then you let it simmer. After it hits the boil point, then you turn that bitch all the way to low. Let that bitch simmer for an hour, and now it's gonna be the best chicken you ever had because if it's on the bone, it's gonna fall off the bone. It's just gonna be and that combination of
you are not lying, bro. You're not lying.
So yeah, man. Nah, I like me some chicken, dude.
Yeah, hey, man. I can't get tired of chicken. Chicken and fish. I can't get tired of. Like seafood, I get people telling me like, "Oh, I hate seafood," and I get mad at them. I take it personal. I'm like, "How the heck do you not like seafood? Why don't you like seafood?" Like, well, I don't like it. I'd rather have blah blah blah. I was like, I can live off of the seafood. I won't eat anything else. Chicken is probably the best thing to manipulate out of anything, right? I could go without chicken if I had seafood. If it was chicken versus seafood, I'll go seafood. Because you could fish.
Based off what I know, I would go with fish, but based off what I grew up with, I would definitely go with chicken.
I had to say I had both, right? Because honestly, Filipinos and Black people are like we're very similar, and we have the same sicknesses too, like diabetes and high blood pressure. We got that. Y'all got that. Same food. Same food. No, it really is. Like, if you
yeah, you can Google some shit. I made a post about it. Well, I seen a post on Twitter. It said Koreans. What this post say? It said Koreans know how to fry chicken so well because Black people taught us. And I was like, oh, what? And then the next post under there said, like back in some wartime, fucking how soul food was delivered to the world and shit, and like they fucking taught them this shit. And I'm just like, this is why kimchi tastes good and fried. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, dude, I can show you the post. But nah,
let's go. What's up? Eating fried chicken around the world. That's funny. That's funny to me. It's because Black people taught us. Like, oh shoot,
like, dang. Hold on, what? Yeah, look at the article, man. I'll send it to you.
Hell yeah.
You still on Twitter? I'll tag you.
Yeah, I am on Twitter. Am I still under NappooOne on Twitter? Got to change
NappooOne. I think I did tag you on a post.
All right, I gotta change it to NappooBeats. NappooOne, my G.
But yeah, nah. See, but yeah, nah. And fish, and the reason why I know my motherfucking kidneys. Fish is the easiest way to digest some shit. Like on some real shit. It's fish. It ain't fucking
meats. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Meat is hard to digest. Red meat especially. Should stay in you for a week. Yeah, fish. That's my ancestors right there, bro. We fish and we agriculture. We do agriculture. We do that to the land and we get vegetables and stuff. My family is from where we're from. It's a lot of vegetables. So growing up, my mom used to cook a lot of vegetables and stuff like that.
Like bell peppers and all that kind of stuff?
Bell peppers. Like eggplant.
That's the purple one, ain't it?
Spinach, yeah. The purple one. The one that people use the emoji as a dick.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's dick emoji right there, man.
Dick emoji. I used to eat a lot of that. Now they ruined that shit, man. Eggplant used to be like my favorite vegetable, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Like,
it'd never be seen the same
yeah,
again.
no, it's funny. Don't tell nobody, but I remember one time I bought an eggplant at the Asian market, and we got home. Like me and, me and Shanae got home like that. I went up to her, I smacked her with it in her face. She got mad at me.
Of course.
She said, "Oh, you should see her face. That was funny." And then she always tells that story now. Smacked me in the face with the thing. I was like, oh, yeah, I remember. It was funny. It was like a hard smack, like a cocked back. Like that, but it was one of those. It was one of those things like this. Just
come on, man. Come on.
so funny to me.
Self-humor, man. Come on, man. That old Gemini shit. You didn't think before you act on that. You just did. You just did.
Nah, because me and my brother be doing dumb shit like that. Like, it was one time we went to like a thrift store. We're shopping at the thrift store, right? For whatever reason, there was straight up underwear, bro, like whitey tighties underwear. I was like, why would you resell this? You know what I mean? So my freaking brother grabbed it and threw it on me. Freaking tasted us, and we were chasing each other around the freaking store.
With the draw.
It wasn't clean either. Like it had, it had shit on it.
Stain whitey tighty.
Yeah, it was like gray, and like I think it had a little bit of brown spot, yellow, yellow even.
Old piss stains.
Yeah,
come on, man.
It's all.
That's ridiculous. Fuck, man.
You know, like the on a Hangover, he said, "What is this, snake skin?" And he throws it on his shoulder, the condom. He's like, "Get that off me!" He's like, the way he threw it off, he's like, because they didn't want to do that.
Was it Galifianakis at the time?
Yeah, he said, "What is this thing?" He threw it on one of the guys. I forgot who it was. He was like, "Ah, ah!" And they got it's funny. I gotta find that clip again. I haven't seen that movie in forever, but that shit funny as fuck. Anyway,
that's
yeah,
ridiculous. Yeah, nah, this food, eggplant. But see, that's the funny part. So you said it was funny to me, right? But you know she got mad, and there was that little like awkward silence point, like where it's like,
No, I was laughing. There was no awkward silence. I was laughing. This was funny. I don't care who says anything about that shit. It was funny. It was so funny. If she did it to me, that would be funny too. Like it would be funny if it was done to me. I would laugh too.
Oh, that's funny as fuck. He said, "I'm not." You know how long I've been wearing this shit.
There's never no awkward silence around me, man. It was funny, bro.
That's classic. That's classic. Man, you can take the boy out the B-boy, but you can't take the B-boy out the boy, man. He cocking everybody.
I know. That's funny, man.
Yo.
Hey, can nobody jokes, dude? Everybody's too damn serious all the time.
Why so serious?
Yeah, for real.
But see, that's the thing though, Ed. I was thinking about this, man. I don't want to say this shit back to back because then that's too much correlation. But what I was thinking about was this. Because I did say it on a previous podcast episode to where the childlike joy is like 10 times more powerful than the adult excitement.
Yes.
So like when you was telling me on what could potentially be going down in the town of, you know what I'm saying, was going down. When you was telling me about that, it's different if I was sitting there like, man, that's great. This is a great accomplishment, Broham.
Broham.
Yeah. This is when you're telling me, he was like, oh man, somebody tell me, man, I watched that video and all that. And then instead of saying like how I was, like, oh yeah, I'm just, man, that's great. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, you know, that's what I'm saying. Tell me it don't even feel good just to do that, to go from to, you know what I'm saying?
It does feel good. I don't understand. People aren't comfortable doing that. They just, why am I doing that? What are they going to think about me about? And nobody's even there. Like, sometimes you just want to yell. Just yell. You know what I mean? Like, it feels good. Ah!
Yeah, they but yeah, they're afraid of somebody that ain't there to see them. Only if they would see them.
Yeah, man. Oh, today it was cool. So if you guys didn't know yet, I dropped a remix to Miss Talented Joyce Bryce's "So So Sick" song that she dropped shortly or at the end of last year. But I made a remix on it, and I got everybody to add her, so then she was able to like it and share it on her story. So I was excited about that. That was cool. I appreciate it. Shout out to Joyce Rice and her
Shout out
team.
to Joyce Rice.
That's a dope song. I had that song on repeat like all the time. I'm a big slow jams head. Like I like that shit a lot. So that '90s R&B hits me a different way. But but yeah, I dropped that, and then I showed my coworker today. I was like, look what I did. I was like, this is what I did my New Year's, right? I was doing this, and she's like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, oh, I'm proud of you. That's crazy. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, but because she's like back and forth about what she wants to do, like creatively.
Yeah.
And I told her like when I used to break, it's hard to show yourself in front of people. Like it's the hardest thing to do that. But once you get over that and just do it, then it I won't say it's smooth sailing, but it gets easier to do that stuff. And it's crazy. Again, man, we started this podcast 3 months ago, 3 to 4 months ago, and just because it's hard. All right, we were saying, what did we say? We said, well, my coworker, she said, no, my bad. I said it's hard to freak, man. What is that? I lost my train of thought. Um, yeah, it's hard to get in front of people to do. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's people act like they don't know, or that people act like they don't think about what other people thinks or what they think. People act like they don't care what other people think about them, but in reality, they do.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just a hard pill to swallow sometimes because people try to be cool. You know, they try to be too cool. Be
It's a
like, oh, bro,
balance though.
yeah. But it's like, but you do have to take in consideration of what people think about you a little bit.
You do, but so this is a perfect segue for for last week's episode that I still haven't posted yet, y'all. I'm gonna post it today because it's Sunday. But in last week's episode, if y'all listen to the end of that shit, I started talking about my crush and being a bitch about telling her the truth and all this shit. But we get to come back on this week because I said I was gonna do it, and I fucking did it, and I did not do no bitch ass. Oh, let me send you a little ass DM, tell you some bullshit. No, nigga, I put myself outside of my comfort zone and did a whole ass fucking YouTube video, a whole ass YouTube video, a whole ass YouTube video. A whole ass 24-minute YouTube video. And I was trying to make it quick, but at the same time, I was just trying to say everything and be raw and real and be myself and everything. And the thing that I've learned about that, because this is my point. My point is this: even though the rejection, I got rejected, y'all. Even though I got rejected, I can't reject myself. But like real shit, if I would value her opinion of me more than I value myself, then I would be fucked up right now on some real shit because I'd be like, oh, I'm rejected, I'm not valuable, I'm not worth shit, blah, blah, blah. So to a point, yeah, you gotta care. You should care about what other people think and all that because it's good to get feedback from shit. But at the same time, they can't reign supreme. Like at the end of the day, whoever slams the gavel, is you. You know what I mean? And so it's like I fucks with it because like that's why I like for the feedback. Like even from what you told me about Ever Dreams Come True, that's what I was tripping off of. I'm like, since the album, and I wish I could show a diagram, but like it's kind of like a portal, like uh like a big square, big rectangle, right? The rectangle on the outside is Ancient Discoveries and then Thank God for the Talent. Two atmospheric fucking tracks, right? The Ancient Discovery sends you into the portal. Then you go into like this whole kind of trap, I guess. Fragile Openings is kind of a trap beat, but video game trap. Then we go to Vapor Dreams Come True. We go from trap to vaporwave to two drum and bass tracks. Boom, boom. Then we come out with a trap track, two trap tracks now I think about it. Then a vaporwave track, and then to the other atmosphere. Boom, boom, boom. But like they all connect. You know, it's like they got their pairs, and then there's the one in the middle, and then you know what I mean.
Right,
You really
right.
think about it,
The,
but
the equal to the first. Like you're like it's yeah, I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying.
I was tripping off of how everybody, even since I put so many different styles in there, everybody's favorite is not gonna be the same, and it's like they're all me, right? And so that brings me to this week's fucking shit. Because you remember how you said you're gonna do a machine tutorial?
I do. Yeah, I do want I'm gonna write it down like you're doing with that. Like I want to write down little ones, easy ones, and then do like 5 or 10 of them, drop them one every week or something like that.
Glad you
Yeah.
watched that video, dude. Oh.
Yeah, the video. He's a part of the team producer guy.
Mm-hmm.
I never, well, because there's people on there, but I don't know their faces.
Yeah, that dude name is who is J Beats.
Who is JP?
That's the same dude you sent me when he said like don't make the hats all complex and just like 1 or 2 change ups or whatever.
Oh, okay.
That's the same dude.
Yeah, he's good. He has a lot of good advice on the video. Yeah, look up
When he said and it's simple knowledge, but it just made too much sense when he said it. That's the thing. It's like it's timing. Like you can hear the same knowledge, but when you hear it, it's like, ah. He said, all we looking for is high search volume and low competition. I'm like, fuck. Right. He's like, it ain't a lot of us in the motherfucking trap field. And yeah, you know, they Atlanta niggas, so of course they doing trap. And I'm like, he's like, I don't want to be an audio engineer, but it's how I get in the dough. He's like,
Yeah, that's
and
what he
when he
said.
said that, I was like, fuck. Cause I'm sitting there thinking about like, nigga, I don't want to just make trap beats. Like, I didn't even want to just make lo-fi beats. And I'm like, but if it's my way to get in the dough, I made that lo-fi beat and it's on a fucking permanent playlist, which gives me these extra listeners. And I got 20 listeners. Yeah.
You got on a playlist?
Remember I told you about the Dorian shit in episode 2? Man, we like
No.
17, 18 weeks of this. That's funny. Yeah, dude, like episode 1 or 2 of Producer Thoughts. I told you about Dorian.
Oh yeah, but I didn't know that you got onto the playlist.
Yeah, remember the exchange was buy his album, True Support, and you get to put on the playlist for permanent. It was $10.
He's still doing it? I missed out.
It probably was a lot going on at the time. I was telling you about it when I was doing it.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, but I might have missed that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
maybe I was focused on what you're saying about him, I think. About how he's, I might as well just, get put on the playlist and, or, just do it that way. It's the Spotify, looking up the Spotify on Instagram or Facebook. Like, but dang, I didn't know that's crazy.
Okay. $10, man. So yeah, that's why Chill Hop got, and that was the first, obviously the first track. That was my lo-fi beat, But yeah, no, I'm finna go crazy on these tutorials, homie. And just like you said, something short, quick, to the point. Because basically what I did is after he said that, it sent me on a mission. I went back to vidIQ, and you don't have to have a paid version of vidIQ to do what I did. This is gems. So when he said that, I'm like, I went to go search the keywords. I logged back into my vidIQ, and I'm like, trap beat tutorial. And then that shit comes up with a search volume of 22,500, and it's medium competition. Remember, he said it was low, but it's medium. And so I just sat there and I thought about all the beats that I made that I know how to make, and wrote down all the damn genres and looked up all the search terms. And now I got like a whole little fucking list right here of which fucking. I'm
gonna need you to send that over.
Right? Even Logic tutorials, right? You know what I'm saying? Because the shit got a high search volume with low competition. Like, it's crazy to see this shit, homie, because now instead of just thinking like, okay, my problem or my coming into this year, leaving out of last year, I'm like, okay, I feel I'm finna just go in. I'm gonna go in like a full personality on my fucking shit. I finally got more followers than my fucking personal Instagram. Like, and just be me, smoke, all that. Maybe we get Wiz or we collaborate with Currency, somebody one day, hopefully. But until then, I used to think like, man, what would people pay me for, And I don't need you to pay me for it because I just put this as YouTube content, and then eventually they want you to pay you and shit. But if I can say I've made vaporwave beats,
Vaporwave beats, yeah.
I could either go to my previous vaporwave beats that are out now, available on Spotify and every streaming service, team, or I can make a beat from scratch like I do on cook up sessions and tell y'all this is how you make a vaporwave track and give you all the elements on what I feel. Because I remember this is what you told me after I released Chill Hop. You told me, you was like, man, uh, it seemed like you got a formula to how you doing your lo-fi beats. And I'm like, well, yeah, kind of do. I went and searched all these tutorials. I searched other people's tutorials and I came up with my own little thing. But now my own little thing is my own thing because to look at, that's what's dope about the Dark Days series is that you could see that's my 5 years ago Tim. That's 5 years ago uh, of work. So when we talk about all right doing stuff now, it's easier and it's better. Like my lo-fi beats that I got on my hard drive from 5 years ago versus when I look at how Chill Hop came out, and then my follow-up is fucking Summertime Happiness, and then my follow-up to Summertime Happiness is Just Like Magic, and then my follow-up to Just Like Magic is Make That Drive, where I feel like Make That Drive does not eclipse Just Like Magic. I feel that one's like, that's a fucking a go. Like Just Like Magic is a go, but Make That Drive is a vibe. I want people to fuck to that track. I want people to smoke to that track. Make some quarantine babies out of that, you know what I mean? Because if she's willing to make that drive, man, you got to reward effort.
That drive somewhere. Huh?
But the next ones is coming out is drum and bass, DMB Ocean. I texted this dude through DM'd him through Instagram. He takes like fucking like these purple aesthetic pictures, and he got one that's over here in Malibu, and I was like, man, it says Ocean, like Ocean Ave or Ocean Boulevard right there, and I'm like, oh, it'll be dope to take that because then I'll just put the DMB and then that word would be the ocean to represent for the song. He ain't responded yet, and I'm like, well, I can just go take that picture and then like make it, you know.
Yeah, alter it a certain amount of times so where you can't get in trouble.
I could do it. I got the camera, and so this is the main thing: is take advantage of what you got access to that everybody don't have access to.
Right. And I got a reverse of that. Take advantage of the things that everybody has access to but doesn't know what it is. Like they don't know how to find it. Because that that happened with me when I was doing the remix to So So Sick. And it was I didn't know how to get the acapella for the song. So I was like, oh shoot, where do I go for this? I can't find it on YouTube, and I don't have
RX-7.
Yeah, like I don't have any of that stuff to do it. But I was like, there has to be something, right? So I go online, a free VST or something for me to do it. Come to find out, bro, there is a website that makes an instrumental and the acapella for you, and it's free.
What?
Yeah, and I'm gonna share it just because nobody knows. It's called Vocal Remover. Here, let me see. It's called vocalremover.org, and it literally there's like this side panel or the side like index, whatever. It says Vocal Remover. You could change the pitch. It's pitch changer, tempo changer, audio cutter, audio joiner, voice recorder, karaoke recorders. You can make your own karaoke's. Audio converter, BPM finder, and it has a microphone.
This is cheating the game. This is cheat codes. This is cheat codes.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it with you guys because if you're listening to this, we appreciate you because you're listening to us. And this is a free game because I did not know about this. I didn't even know that it was even legal to have this up.
Like, give me that.
Yeah, and it's clean. Like the instrumentals are clean. Like they're not perfect, but they're clean. Even the acapellas, they're clean. Not perfect, but they're clean. Like, and you could always add your effects and stuff to them. So that's how I got it. I was like, oh man, I was like, I'm about to be remixing everybody now. Like, I was like, I could just put my beats onto anybody's voice now. I was like, this is dope.
Did you upload it to YouTube?
What's that?
Did you upload it to YouTube?
I don't know how to do that without getting taken off for the vocals.
They're not going to take you off though.
Why not?
All they would do most of the time, if you put up a beat that's a remix of somebody else, right? So, for instance, I have my remix on my YouTube of Martin Solveig's "Night Out," and All I did was I jacked the vocal. I got the acapella from a remix contest. I did, and then I fucking made my own shit, and then I uploaded it to the YouTube. But I took they video and then I beat matched it to my beat, and overlaid my beat over it.
Oh, okay.
So then, obviously, when they pick up the video feed, it'll say like, "Hey, Warner Music or whoever the fuck owns it says like, hey, we put a copyright thing on this. You can't monetize it, but it doesn't affect your channel, and we just redirect the niggas to buy this track from these niggas. But you can still put the video up. It ain't gonna affect you in a negative way. You're not getting a strike. See, a copyright claim is not a strike. A strike is saying, hey, you did something bad. A claim is just saying, hey, nigga, these niggas own this shit, and they saying, if you gonna put this shit on here, these are the stipulations."
Okay, done. All right, I'm gonna do it tonight.
And
I got. Hey, by the way, I got the remix on Bandcamp. So if you guys want to download that, it's zero cost. But if you want to donate something to me, because I do need a new computer.
Don't Crash.
Yeah, Don't Crash was one of the. I like that beat too, but go ahead and do so if you appreciate me, like I appreciate you. Give me your motherfucking money.
Give me it.
Give me your money. I'm trying to get something. I'm just kidding. No. But yeah, what's it called? Yeah, it's up for download on bandcamp.com. NappooBeats. If you search NappooBeats, it's like nappoobeats.bandcamp.com. And I have that so sick remix available for download for free if you would like it.
Let's go. And thank you, man, because this brings into another cool thing where this is the reason why I got the shit. Shout out to Knowledge. Spells it the O's with an X.
Yeah, shout out to Knowledge. Crazy. Anyway. Oh, you saw his stories. Did you see his stories?
Nah, I don't follow him on Insta. I follow him on Twitch and fucking Twitter though.
Okay, because my brother hit me up. He's like, he's all soaked the game up. He's all soaked. My brother freaking messaged me, and he tagged me, or he sent me Knowledge's story, and it was just him asking questions, or people to ask him questions, and he was just saying how he did a lot of stuff. That's why my brother's like freaking heavily pushing me to do remixes. He's just like, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. You got to do it. You got to do it. I was like,
see, that's where I was gonna get, because Knowledge, this nigga just flips remixes and throw them bitches up on YouTube and throw them in Bandcamp, and then fucking like if you go look at Knowledge's Bandcamp, a lot of the video game remixes that he's been uploading to his YouTube, it's already on a whole Bandcamp album, and he's just taking different visuals and just beat matching and fucking exporting that bitch. And now, hey, here's my Meek Mill remix. Here's my, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's just popping them on there now.
He did Stick. That's the last one I seen of his. You seen that one?
Nuh-uh.
All right. So Stick. Have you seen the meme of that dude's version of the song called Stick?
No.
That shit is ridiculous. So it's like something that probably came out last year. I don't know. I'm not too familiar.
I probably seen. I don't know. It's probably one of those things that you see, but you
don't know. Yeah. So you can look it up. The shit is called Stick, and the dude is like basically standing in like a middle of a park. And now, obviously, these are Corona times. And so he's like, he got a microphone and like a little fucking amp, and he's sitting there like, stick, 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 stick. Stick. My mama got a stick. Then got a stick. And like, hey, you just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, what the heck?
So fucking Knowledge takes this clip of the dude with the stick shit and then fucking flipped it to like either a Dance Dance Revolution beat or some shit like that. Or Persona, I think he flipped it to.
Oh, he's a heavy gamer, huh? Or fighting gamer too.
He plays Street Fighter. He plays Street Fighter.
Damn, man, I want to get into freaking.
Man, you saw me get cooked by that Abigail with that damn shit this morning or earlier.
I guess this. Wait, oh no! What I saw, I think you were fighting, but you were fighting a Zangief.
It was the Geef. Yeah, when I backdash, this nigga caught my backdash. Didn't you see how the animation? It's like, but I shouldn't have backdashed right there. I should do the DP, but he blocked my DP earlier, so it's like it's just a guess.
Yeah, man. I was like, that freaking Zangief is freaking cheap, dude. Like if he hit you with that super, the freaking whatever the shit is called now. I don't know what it's called. The bigger one. The the freaking I don't know what
Spinning power driver.
spinning power driver, but the big one. He hits you with that takes half your life, bro. I was like, oh, God. I was like, stupid. And he kept hitting you with those grabs. I was like, man, this is cheap. This game is a cheap ass character, bro. Like unless you tech it or something, you can tech it though, right?
No, you can't
you can't
take
grab?
the command grabs. You can take the regular grabs, but not the command grab.
Oh, okay. See,
but that's the guess, man.
And he does like, he fucking hardens up. You can't do shit. And with that, yeah, that's crazy. I might have to main him if I start. Like, what? You can't stop it. You can't.
Man, but see, like he got polarizing matchups. See, against characters that gotta come to him, he can do that with. But with characters that he got to go against, then it's that hard for him. That's what's so funny about it.
People with range, yeah, then he has to dash in. Like, yeah, but once you get his dashing in perfect, then you can do whatever you want, right? Most of the time. Or...
yeah, because now they got to guess, and they better guess right. Because it's like you can do so many things. That's the thing. It's like I can hit you with one crouch jab and then throw you. I can hit you with two crouch jabs and throw you. I can hit you with one crouch jab and hit you with a heavy. Hit you with one crouch jab, hit you with a mid. Like you can just... there's so many different things, and you just got to sit there like, okay, well, the last time they hit me, they did this. So maybe I should try this. But then they're like, it's rock, paper, scissors. It's like, you think I'm finna do rock? And it's like, I'm jumping because that's rock. And it's like, nope, paper. And it's like, no, nigga, rock and low paper. Damn, nigga, how do you know? I just know. Rock.
Rock now. That's what you wanted, right? No, how is this like if you hit him with a strong, how is this dash in after the strong? Can he do that?
Nah, he can't he can't hit it unless he crush counters you. So if he hits a heavy, then he can dash, and then that's that first SPD. If he hits you with heavy SPD or EX SPD, then that gives you what is called Oki. Okizemi means wake up in Japanese, which means that if he hits you with one of those spinning power driver hits, he gets to dash at you and be plus enough to where no matter what you're doing, you got to take whatever he's finna offer you. You know, like you can't get out of it. Now you got your own defensive options, which is either back dash, block, neutral jump, back jump, forward jump, wake up with a button, wake up with an invincible move. Those are all your options that you got.
I saw you do that. Wake up with the invincible move, or what is it? You flexed it or something. I forgot what you. I don't know.
Yeah, that's my little EX DP.
Okay, yeah, man.
But if they block that, then and so they got option selects, which is scenarios planned out that I'm going to cover at least 2 to 3 of your options that you got. So if you only got 6 options and I cover 3 of them with these little moves that I've done, that leaves you with 3 out of the real 6 that you got. And you got to guess which one of these 3 can I do that they know that I'm not going to do, so that way you can do it and it works. Because if they know that you're going to do one of these 3, then it really feels like you ain't got no moves because they already blocked out 3 of your 6, and now the last 3 you got, you get the most obvious one of those 3, which is either jump because people don't want to be in the corner, which is back dash because you don't want to get grabbed, or you block because you don't want to fucking get hit by a crush counter because you don't want to be back dashing or jumping. So, yeah, man, it's fun. It's fun.
So let me ask you something though. All right, so with me, right, when I'm fighting in those fighting games, I'm not past this yet, but I can imagine you're past it. Are you past the Ultra Instinct phase where you're just moving without thinking? Like, because it takes a lot for a person to think during the actual fight. It takes a lot. Like I can't do that well. Like I go in with the moves I know, and then try to hit them with it. But if they know what I'm doing, then it sucks, right? And that's when I start to think about it. But to think about that all the time, it must be hard.
Yeah, and that's where mental fatigue comes in. And so the reason why you go to the lab and you practice these scenarios is so that way you bring down what is called the mental stack. Because the more heavier your mental stack, the less that you're aware and available for. You know what I mean? Because it's like you got all this shit just weighing you down, and you can't really just turn your head as freely because there's a lot of shit on your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a lot of shit you got. I get it. Don't strain your neck now. I
I
get what you're
know, man.
saying,
My
bro.
shit is but yeah, so when we train in those other scenarios, when we're in the match, we're not thinking. See, because when you're still learning your moves, when you're in a match, you're fighting two people because you're fighting yourself on trying to even do the moves properly, and you're trying to figure out what the opponent's trying to do. But once you get past the point where you know all your moves, you know the scenarios, now it's really a battle of wits. It's like, okay, I know that I know,
Do
right?
you know that I'm gonna do this? That you
But do
did that?
you know that I know that you know, and that's why I'm gonna do this because I know that you know. But since I know that you know, I got to do this just a little different because we both know, and we got to make. And this is why people don't like my play style in the game because I play more risky. Because since I know that we both know, and then like I know more about like I'm more football intimidation style too. So since I know that we both know, I'm gonna do something wild. I'm gonna do something that's gonna say, man, what the fuck he did that? Why did he do? We both know, right? In that moment, because I know about flow state. When we're in the flow state, we can't ask that question of what the fuck, because you're too much in the moment to think about it.
Right.
So I'm
And
trying to
it's
disrupt
what are you
their
gonna do? Yeah, exactly. It's like, what are you gonna do if you
what you
just
gonna do if I just disrespect your shit real quick? Now you're
yeah,
out of flow state. Now you're thinking. And now I'm trying to stack your shit up. It's like they're thinking about, no, the fuck, he didn't just fucking do that. He woke up with that. Oh my God, this dude is tripping. Oh, he's jumping at me. Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit, hold up. Hold up. He just dashed. What the fuck? And it's like, yeah, you're still thinking that I did some wild shit 3 moves ago and I didn't hit you with 7 more things because I'm trying to overload your senses. Because especially if somebody's in your house and somebody rings the doorbell and anything, like anything. But the whole point is now I'm not thinking. The whole point I'm thinking about is, okay, last time I did it, I did this, and you responded like this. That's what I'm thinking about. So the next time I do this, I'm gonna do this because this is how you responded last time. And then if I do this and you do something different, I'm like, oh, you one of those, right? But whatever you do, I'm gonna say, oh, you're one of those because I'm just pattern. I'm noticing in the pattern and behavior. But the key is,
right.
is whoever figures out the pattern first wins. And so when you get the better you get at the game, it's pretty much people really ain't doing shit because they like, I don't want to tell you what my true intentions. I don't want to tell you my true intentions. You ain't gonna figure me out. You ain't gonna figure me out.
And then the time runs out.
Yeah, we didn't feel each other out, motherfucker. But everybody's gonna take a risk at some point. And it's like if the risk is big enough and they miss out, then the other person it's up to the other person to take the opportunity. But yeah, man, that's why I love it because it's like all it is risk and opportunity and seizing the moment. And when the moment is available, can you rise to the occasion?
Right. Dang. That's true. Yeah, I was about to say that flow state. You go flow state, but it's cool if you go flow state and it's and
Avatar state.
yeah, and you use everything that you know.
Avatar state.
Avatar state. Because it's all yeah, it's all elements that you've been working on. Yeah, avatar state is a very good way to put it.
Yeah, because at freely at your will. It wasn't. He was out of balance when he was just trying to learn all the shits.
Yeah, his eyes glaze over like that. He got his forefathers looking at him. He's like, oh, till somebody bops you on the head and you get lost. And then that's it. Yeah, no, okay, I get you. Yeah, flow state. I feel like when we're working simultaneously on different projects, and it don't have to be on the same day or nothing like that. But I feel when it all comes together, that's a type of flow state. I feel like being able to work on certain things at the same time is a type of flow state because and to actively do it, not just bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I think that's a type of flow state. I mean, I don't think it. Is there such thing? Oh, do you think that there is a such thing as a overtime flow state?
What do you mean overtime?
So it's not like over a long period of time, I should say, not like how people know it as it is now,
Oh, like I
like
was so short lived.
short lived, like bam, you're snapped out of it.
Yeah.
But you snap out of it after you're done with it, like but
I
over a
don't
long period of time.
I don't feel you can have a sustained. I feel the only sustained period of time flow state is sleep. That's
Mm,
where time won't exist, and it's over a long period of time. But as long as we're conscious, we're going to be conscious of time unless we're doing something that immerses us in it. So, is there anything that I've done over a long, like sleep? Is we're going to count sleep as an 8 hour thing? Is there anything I've done while I've been awake for 8 hours straight that I didn't realize how much what time I was doing? Use it, but it ain't 8 hours. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Taking if you go flow state 8 hours making music, oh my, you a vegetable, bro. Like that's crazy. But
like
all
what you
right,
been doing? I've been here for 8 hours straight, just fucking making melodies and loops, nigga. Like, nigga,
I
get some
don't believe that.
sunlight.
I don't believe 8 hours. Okay, so what about? All right, so there's. Do you agree with me that there's different flow states, like different types,
I feel there's different intensities.
but to different different subject matters, I guess. So
Yeah, because I feel fucking as a flow state.
yep,
Dancing is a flow state. Gaming and fighting games is a flow state. Creating music, you can get into a flow state. Playing sports, you get into flow state, right? And so, but all those flow states ain't the same.
that's true. They're similar, but they're not the same. They have
Right.
the same qualities, but not the same. So do you think? All right, say if you're doing like 5 different projects that they don't correlate with each other. Let's just say there are 5 of the things that you were saying. Do you think if you or have you ever, I should say, I'm sure I'm sure it's possible, but have you ever gone into those flow states in the same day and felt the different ways that it's the flow state? So you go in there and boom, you're doing your music thing. You flow state like immediately when it turns on, whatever. And then you go to the like gaming and immediately turns on flow state. Has that ever happened to you before?
I've had rhythms.
Dang.
That's what they say when you playing basketball. They say, "Oh, he just can't miss." That
Yeah. He's on fire. Yeah.
on fire. Yeah, I've had days where I create the beat fire. I fucking exercise. I feel fire, and I fire. I'll talk to some chicks. I have some good progress. We got some good combo, and everything will be firing on all cylinders. Like the whole engine's working. Now, this brings that's dope because this brings me to my other thing. How like remember I said I was creating my own like life curriculum,
Yeah.
life classes, like treated like I got class, but I don't. So I was breaking down all my classes, and I got 10 classes I came up with: piano class, production class, mixing class, mastering class, social media marketing class, DJ class, fighting games class, photography class, video editing class, and music appreciation class. Type into
Ooh.
your Newmark situation.
Yeah, where's that? Let me show everybody. I'm not a DJ whatsoever, but I do need this so that I can appreciate music more. It's a Newmark DJ to go to
Two.
touch. It's the touch version. So the touch version means that the jog wheels are touch sensitive, whereas the original one is not touch sensitive. So it works like an actual controller. And I haven't used it yet. I'm gonna learn. This gives me the responsibility to download and
Serato.
yeah, oh yeah, Serato's on there. So to download and listen to music so that I can further expand my ear so that I can make better beats. Oh yeah, hey, yeah, man. Oh, by the way, during that remix, I learned a lot, man. Like, because it was for an R&B artist, and my brother was like, "Just find a beat and just throw it on." I was like, "No, it's like it'd be different if it was just a hip hop artist, like a rapper, because you can just throw any rapper vocal onto any beat and it probably sounds decent, right?" But I was like, no, I can't do that with this one with her because she's singing in a key, like she's in a scale, like right, like she has to be like, what song is this in, right? And it ended up being G major. So I looked it up. It was in G major. And I was like, dang, I need a G major sample. So I had a sample. It was bothering me. Like I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. Like it was hard to think about what to do because this was technically my first one like majorly doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I was like, all right, I found out it's a G major. I need a G major sample. And regardless if I pitch it up or pitch it down, I could do the same notches in machine to match. So it'd be easier for me to do that. And it would sound right. So found a G major sample. I didn't listen to the vocals. I did my thing on the beat. I did my sampling and my which I don't even think I sampled it. I just used the sample. I don't think I cut it up that much. I don't even think I really did cut. I just pitched it down. But I put it on beat, right? I had my drums. I made my drums a little stronger and all that stuff. So I did that. And then I took a clip of the vocals and then just imported it into machine and had it on loop on just to see if it matched. And it did a little bit, and it was weird. But then I just trial and error, and I got it. And I was like, oh shoot, it was fast. And I was like, it doesn't sound right when it's fast because the original beat, the original song is at 92 BPM, and then the boom bap sound doesn't sound right to me at a 92 with that tone. So I pitched it a notch lower, and I found myself at 88 BPM. That's my sweet spot for boom bap.
Yeah, I'm with you.
88. 88 BPM. 88, man. That's my year too, bro. So that's my shit. That's my way. That's my sweet spot for boom bap. And it ended up being 88. I think I slowed it down to 80, 86. It's either 80. I think it was at 88. I think it was 88. Could be wrong though. It's 88 or 86. One of those. Both of them were good. Anyway, so I got it on there, and that's when it locked in. I locked in there, and I was like, oh shoot! And then that's when I started editing the vocals and make sure it matched and all this stuff. So it was a lot. It was because I know if you have a turntable or if a controller, right, you just tap the side, make sure, when it's recording, make sure that it's on,
Tempo.
it's on tempo, right? It's on me. Like I went into Logic, I cut, drag, cut, drag, cut, drag, went back, listened. Oh, it's a little off. Drag, drag, a little bit, cut, drag, cut, drag, a little bit off. Drag, drag.
Flex pitch, we talking about drag, right?
Nah, I literally cut the audio.
Oh snap! You didn't go into the audio and then just move the flex pitch of the file of the wave files.
No, because it would be on that was the right tempo, but it would go off every so often. And I think flex pitch it would work, but you would still have to adjust the segment again. Right? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I don't know. If you telling me that you took the track, chopped the vocal, and then for every part where it was off, you just took it and nudged back,
nudged forward even sometimes.
Forward,
yeah, either or.
But you just manually timed it up just to make sure it can what's it called?
Right. Yes.
But yeah, it just reminded me of what did you see Kate or nah, you can't. Kate Tronada said he said, I just watched Kate Tronada said, I just finished watching a how to make a Kate Tronada beat tutorial. My mind is blown. And then the next post says, he was like, they do the same thing, but they just get there a different way. And I'm like, damn. And I knew what beat he was talking about. Remember I was telling you about Beanie X and they got Split Mind and all that shit? I think I talked about it on here before. But yeah, so then everybody in the comments is like, hey, Beanie X, nigga, like he looks at your shit, like, It's like
bigging him up, that's dope.
Yeah, dude. And it's like I know it finally felt cool for him to get that full circle. Like he made that shit like probably 2, 3, 4 years ago. And for how long? And then Kate Tronada to say like, this dude's right, but he just do it a different way. Like, but he's right. He figured me out. He figured me out.
That's cool. I'm gonna watch that. I want to make a Kate Tronada beat too.
Yeah, dude. I think I said it to you before. But yeah, Benny X, man. He started rapping like Golan and shit. That's just funny. It's a good. But that's what made me make the snippet because it said like how to make a Kate Tronada beat in like under 10 minutes or under 20 minutes. That's what made me go back and make a snippet of the chill hop beat I made, the first cook up. I'm like, instead of watching the first 6 hours, 21 minute, hey, learn how to make a chill hop beat in 21 minutes. How to make Kate Tronada beat by Benny X.
Oh shit, my bad.
Makes it in Ableton. Shit is a good ass video. I like the production on it. He's the reason why I put that little woo with the text in my motherfucker. I think it was Luxury Flights I did that.
Okay. Was this? Wait, Split Mind?
Yeah. Dope, man. It's a
Oh
to
yeah,
me
yeah.
with the bass line. I feel like that's the most essential part to it. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm about
man.
to
It's
fuck
gonna
this
go
shit up.
down. It's gonna go down. It's going down.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just gets there a different way. So that's
Yeah.
what's dope. And then he said, but he also made another post. He said like 2010 kicked him out
Oh, yeah. 2010, it's 2021 now. That's true though. But we all love 2010 Gauge or not. So no, but yeah, like I went over and I nudged it. That's what to keep it on time and just a bunch of different stuff that I had to do. I knew how to do. Well, I have an idea of how I wanted to do, but never actually did it physically. And I did do it, and it came out good. Originally, there was I put comment on there, so I had her verse right there. You know how it cuts off a little early, like it doesn't have her second verse. I had that part, and I put I did one with Common. It was what song was that again? The one with Mary J. Blige. I forgot the name of the song. Come Close, or is that what it's called?
Yeah, come close.
Yeah. Come
Living in the
close.
dream, girl. Are your
Yeah.
eyes still green, girl?
I did that part. Yeah. I did his second verse because it was talking about her that she want to leave and shit. So, and he's like, yeah, he was just like saying like he loves her and shit on the second part. So it was like a contradiction kind of thing. And I had it on there and I showed my brother when I showed him when I made the beat. He was like, take comment off. I said, why? Well, I was like, I wanted somebody to rap on there. He's like, I don't, just take comment off. I was like, why, man? I was like, you don't like comment? I kept repeating his shit. I was like, it is kind of corny. Yeah, I got it.
Come on.
He's like, I want to build a tribe with you. And we started busting up laughing.
Protect and provide for you, man. Come on.
Yeah. He's like, what are you talking about, Common? What are you talking about right now?
Shit.
We was like
Is
laughing.
Zoom saying shit to us?
Huh?
Zoom?
Somebody say something? Louis. Is it cool if I jump on y'all in a minute? Is that today? Is that today, Louis?
That said today.
7:03.
Man? They didn't kick us off?
They like you too.
Dude, it's been more than 40 minutes. I thought the alert was going to say like, hey, nigga, get off this shit. But it's an hour and 37 minutes we've been on there.
Wow. It's a lot of good content too. I feel like we got to the nitty gritty too, man. I'm smelling this food. I ain't gonna lie. My nose is stuffy. You know, if you have a stuffy nose and you smell food, oh my god, it's touching my soul right now. It's creeping in.
We did get to the nitty gritty. I told you about the classes. I told you about the tutorials. I told you, yeah, we dropped the gems on the shit, and then we got put out. We talked about everything. Oh, hold up, real quick. I talked to my cousin. I did feel bad, you know what I'm saying, about upgrading nigga to 2020, you know what I'm saying, with artist style. And remember I was telling you, like,
you felt bad though.
Yeah, remember I told you
that
you know we supposed to be releasing an album called Weed and Water, you know what I'm saying? But,
yeah, okay, that's right.
Fruity Loop situation, you know, all that. So I hollered at him, you know, I called him. Man, I handled a lot of business last week, man. I think about it, man.
Let's go. Let's go. 2021. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. So yeah, I talked to him, told him everything about DistroKid and shit, and he's like, "Oh man, so the $20 a year, can I just like pay for it for like 5 years straight though? Like, you know what I mean? That way I ain't gotta." And I'm like, "Nah, I think they just gotta gank you that $20 each year, you know." But like, show them how to do that shit, and then the BMI, so that way that shit get done. And then he asked me this. He was like, "Man, dog," he was like, "Cause I be seeing you, man. Like I see you be doing a podcast." Like, and I'm like, you're like, so how much I gotta spend for like all the equipment and stuff, man? So I could do like, you know, the microphone and the thing, the thing. And I'm like, man. So that brings you back to the things that we take for granted. Not knowing that this is knowledge, right? A stream setup. Hey, let me set up your stream. Hey, let me set up your podcast. Hey, let me set up your website. Hey, let me set up your Instagram or your social branding. Let me set up a whole brand for you. And you know how I know how to do it? Because I got Rucky Finster. Because I got Chop Section. Because I got NappooBeats. because I got like I got Ed. Like, you know,
Yeah, I'm him. Yeah.
I'm him.
I'm him, man. Yeah.
Yeah, who's your boss? I am. But it's like to think that when he said, oh, how much do I got to get for the equipment? I'm like, dang. I was like, man, they got like a whole little podcasting kit that you can get on Amazon. I think it's like $90 or some shit. It's like headphones, mic, boom stand, all the shit, right? And I'm telling him like, yeah, nigga, we need to get you up on there because obviously you're one of the inspirations that got me out the gate, and you show me how to do the baseline shit. And so then after that, he's like, man, did I send you these tracks? And then he's like, man, I'm gonna send you some tracks. It's like, because you like, because I be watching your ass and you know all the frequencies and shit, nigga. He's like, he said, nigga, I just be doing shit, and I'm like, dang, it's funny for him to say that because now it just comes full circle with how our each weekly episodes and then our joint weekly episode gives us authority. It ain't a lot of authority, but it's enough to where we can say, nigga, we did some shit consistent for 3 months straight, my nigga. We did some shit.
Everybody sees it.
And everybody sees it. And even if they don't double tap, they definitely seen it. They definitely seen it. And they will talk about it amongst themselves. And then when they come around you, they'll look and be like, oh, nigga, shh.
Hey, by the way, did you hear that? I don't mean to cut you off, but did you hear that tag? I tagged the beat. Did you hear it? There's NappooBeats. Let me play that shit real quick. Talk about using your resources.
Come on.
Let me play this beat real quick. Remember I was supposed to play that beat for you? Let me show you this the tag first. So I did a new tag. It doesn't have the sh on it right now. I might implement it later, but let's just save this. Sure, why not? Whatever.
I really wonder why Zoom ain't cut us off at 40 minutes.
Hey, don't say nothing.
I know, right? They see my Twitter. They see I call their ass up.
Oh, sorry about that, Mr. Greathouse.
Right.
You hear that?
Yeah, I did. And it say NappooBeats too.
It does say NappooBeats. Don't say
NappooBeats.
Yeah, I got the treats.
Consistent.
That's the new one.
Come on, let's go.
That's wifey too. So
you love to talk about using your resources.
My resources. I said, look, it was funny when I had her on here. I got her on this mic. I was sitting down here. I was like, here, you're gonna record something. She's like, all right. And then she was on here. She was like, I'll say it. I was like, say it. And she was like, NappooBeats. And I was like, you sound like you're saying it with a lisp. Like, it sounded like NappooBeats, like that. I was like, stop smiling when you say it. Cause I think she was smiling when she was saying, because she was kind of nervous. She's like, NappooBeats, beats like that. And I was like, no, I'll stop that. I was like, you're saying it too fast. You're doing this. You're doing that. I was freaking producing.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, like, hey, go too fast. Stop that. Stop that. Do this. Do that. And then it was funny. She was laughing. We were laughing. But yeah, she got it. She did it one solid take. I was like, ooh, that's it right there. She's like, you want to sound sexy? You want to do this? I was like, nah. I was like, you don't have to do all that. I was like, I'll try it. Right? And then she did it. She tried it. I layered the vocals. I was like, all right, cool. Let me put it on both sides. Do this. Let me pitch it up. And take out that low end so it sounds better. Put a little echo. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, cool. So we did that. And I was like, all right. So that's what came out with it. I was like, oh, it sounds good. Sounds good.
Dude.
Man, it was good. Oh, let me play this real quick. Just real
hold
fast.
Up. No.
Oh, no. My bad.
We're gonna hold up and get this moment because me with my recall, I definitely remember back to either episode 5 or 6 when he was saying that he wanted a new tag, and he even said it. He was like, "Oh, I don't want to use my." He said it.
I did say I didn't want to use it, and I was like, I saved some money.
Yeah, you did. And you had a bonding moment. Just like how when you did Broken Vegetables with your son. Like, come on, man. And what's dope is this. That moment, because this is what I'm tripping off of. This goes back to the earlier conversation of the childlike joy, right? I'm trying to find my balance. My balance is, in order to attract the women that I'm trying to get, you know what I mean? I definitely still got to be on my man shit, you know what I'm saying? But I like to bask in my childlike joy shit, And so then you look like a boy. So it's balancing out the man shit with the boy shit. It's like boy excitement, but man responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was when you wasn't acting like a boy when you was coaching your wife. You was on some man shit. You said, no, don't stop smiling when you do it, Bob. You was very direct. You was bold. You was like, you know what I mean? And
yeah, because I know what I wanted. I
come
know
on.
I know the techniques for her to sound a certain way.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And so just by you saying that, that is a reflection on what I needed to hear right there. Just like how you said it. Because I know what I wanted. That was the thing. Like that video, I made.
Oh, talking about Fifi.
Talk about know what you want, but it's like the thing that's funny is I feel I did man moments in there, but I still felt like I was lucky fucking lucky.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. You did have some spots where you're just like, well, like
you see what I'm saying? No confidence.
Yeah, no, but hey, not no confidence. Don't say that because that whole video was confidence. That whole video was confidence, bro. You can't say that you had no confidence.
Dude, that's
who else would do something like that? I probably name one person who would do that, and it was you. Like, I don't think anybody else would do that. You ask anybody, like, oh, like I would make a freaking 20-something minute video explaining it. You know what I mean? Like that's brave, bro. Like that, not in a bad way either. Like that's crazy. Like that's crazy that to have that much confidence to do that.
Crazy. So, dude. So
crazy confidence, not crazy as an
that shit, I know, right? It's crazy as fuck. This nigga's out of space and everything.
I know. There was that one point where you was like this. I was like, oh, he's nervous. He's nervous. I was like, oh no.
He's losing it. He's losing it.
I watched the whole thing. I don't know if you know that, but I watched the whole thing.
My brother.
I was eating dinner. I was watching. I was like, oh, crazy. And I was listening to all of it. I was like, all right.
Dang, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Man, see, because them YouTube analytics let me know that, motherfuckers didn't even watch the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, damn, my nigga, like, because I seen the big difference when you watched it versus when it was sin. I was like, oh, niggas didn't even watch my shit. I'm like, niggas is pouring their heart out and everything.
You posted that public?
No, it ain't public.
Oh, I was about to say, you mean,
I'm saying, when you go see the analytics, because in order to send it to you, remember you was like, oh, send it to me. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to send it to you. So then in order for me to send it, I got to go to the YouTube studio. I got the little app on my phone, YouTube studio. So I went there because it's not public. So I can't just go grab the link. So I go to the YouTube studio to grab the link and I look and it was like, watch minutes. And I'm like, oh, my nigga, what? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. And then when I send it to you and then I go back and I see the shit because I send it to somebody else. And I'm like, that's right. My nigga watched it.
I did.
At least my nigga watched it. I'm like, that's cold. No wonder the response wasn't, you know what I mean? Because you didn't even internalize what the fucking nigga did. And I'm like, well, that's enough answer for me anyway. Because if it was some real shit, you would want to see what the fuck I said if I'm gonna say some real ass shit, my nigga. So what's funny is the week prior to doing it, prior to talking to you on here, I was on Instagram in a live with fucking Sachin Consciousness, and this fool, he a coach from the UK and shit that I fucking like. He always spends some real shit, and so I go up in there, and I linked with them over some other shit. So now I'm in there on this time, and they're like, "Oh, put questions in there, blah blah." And so this is where I asked the question, like, "Oh man, like how I stop self-sabotaging myself with my crush and all that shit," right? I asked that, and it was like, "Oh man, you just need to do it and all this." And then the girl that he was interviewing was another coach. Like he's doing Instagram lives with other coaches, and so they both give their coaching perspective on whatever the fuck. And so as soon as I asked that, she was like, "Oh, well, what would you do if you didn't fear? What would you do with your crush and all this shit?" And her advice, her name Hannah, her advice was like, "Well, shit. If it's a no, it's either a no tomorrow or it's a no in a year, but it's going to be a no. So might as well like get it over with and just like step into the shit." Sachin's like, man, you ain't got nothing to lose. I'm like, dude, I just made a track called Nothing to Lose.
What the heck? everything's here for a reason.
This shit is lining up. I'm here for a reason. But he's like, no, for real, bro. He's like, I stopped dating for a long time, but I got a homie that dating. He's smashing a lot of girls. And then when he went with me, he was like, look, I'm finna go ask this girl about. He's like, look, I got everything to gain and nothing to lose. Because look, if I walk up and she says no, I'm still living my life, doing my thug thizzle, you know what I mean? But if she says yes, then I got a new girl on the motherfucking thing. He was like, so look at it like this. If you get at her and she says yes, dope. If you get at her and she says no, it's still dope. He was like, because think about it like this. You're in a live somewhere else talking about the situation about her, right? He was like, so kind of like your bandwidth is kind of like logged up. Like, you know, when you're on Wi-Fi or your internet connection and like it's multiple people on the network, she's taking up a lot of bandwidth because you're thinking about her and all this shit. He was like, but once you know the answer, then you can reallocate that bandwidth towards something else. And I'm like, real fucking shit, nigga. I bought the air fryer. I started fucking going in all this shit. Got my damn cookbook recipes.
Isn't that air fryer like a game changer?
Godsend.
I put everything on there, bro. I put chicken wings, like frozen chicken wings. You know the ones that, well, they're pre-made, like those Tyson ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they have them? I just throw chicken wings in, bam, bam, and I'll air fry.
You don't even thaw them, nothing, and they still come out?
Yeah. Air fryer. Frozen. Bro, I put it in there. It's delicious. Come on. ASMR delicious. It could be like all that shit.
Real, man. But yeah, so now my bandwidth is freed up because instead of over there being in, and now, this is what she said. This is what fucked me up. She said, because she tied it in after I said, like, I have just made a song called Nothing to Lose. She said, well, okay, well, Boris, well, if you don't want to make a song called I wonder whatever would have happened if I ever would have got at her. I'm like, I don't want to make a regret song.
Yeah, regrets are freaking, it's so stupid. Regrets are stupid.
Regret is a chronic illness.
Yeah. I'm glad you did it, though. Even if she didn't watch the whole thing.
So when I sent it to Hannah, so I go back in the stream the other day and Sacha's in there and I'm like, whatever, y'all, because I didn't want to go in there because I didn't ask nothing, right? So I didn't go in the following week. I didn't ask yet. So now after I asked, I'm like, I'm gonna go in and show my face. I'm like, what up, y'all? And so as soon as I get in there, Hannah's like, hey, boy. She's like, oh, did you ask your crush out? And I'm like, well, I actually did. She remember like a motherfucker. I'm like, I did. I was like, I sent her a whole YouTube video, matter of fact. So then Sacha's like, thank you, Hannah, for remembering, because I sure forgot. Boris, you did it. I'm proud of you, man. That needs to be celebrated. She's like, DM it to me, Boris, if you want to. So when I sent it to her, after we got off the live. And she was like, so I sent it to her, I emailed it, she watched it. She comes back and she's like, dang. She's like, so what was her response? So I showed the shit like, she just said like cute or whatever the fuck. But like I told everybody it was a no for sure. And then she's like laughing like, dang, that's deep. Okay. Like not deep at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Her response, cute. Yeah. I remember you sent me that, but that's all she said? That's all she put?
Cute. So after that, I put like, oh man, you making a black man blush. And she put a little red heart. And then after that, she said something else, but like I went down to the garage to smoke. And I came back and I seen that the shit was the shit. And I was like, oh shit. But I'm like, she's responding back fast. I'm like, okay, I guess this is it then. I'm like, oh, for sure. I'm like, hey, I didn't have my shit on, but I'm gonna turn my shit on, blah, blah. And she was like, and I was like, yeah, but here's my number if you want to communicate like that, if it make it easier and shit. Then she was like, laugh out loud. And then she was like, nah, sorry, dude. And I'm like, all right, my bad. And then she was like, all good. And then that was it. And I was like,
dang.
All right. I'm like,
nah, sorry, dude. Like, oh, okay.
I'm like, all right.
Oh shoot! My brother paid me $20 for the So Sick remix. He's a good guy, man. Put 20 in there, brother. You could put 100 in there. Family, man.
Brother, fucking
My
brother.
older brother. That's my one and only brother.
Dang.
$20.
Let's go.
He'd be like, "Hey, how come my name isn't on there? I co-produced that." I was like, "You did, but ain't nobody else got to know that."
He's in the life credits, nigga.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey man, you make it big. So I don't want you to forget about the little people." I was like, "If I make it big, I'm gonna shut up." It's like,
Yeah.
I already forgot about you. I was like, "We keep family separate than the business." I'm just kidding.
That's dope, man. Look.
Oh yeah, that's support right there.
Support, man.
I could cry right now. He bought it. At least me with 200 free still to download. That's what's up though.
Oh, dope to get support on your motherfucking craft, man.
Yeah, man. That's cool, and it's hard to get. It's hard to get. What's it called? Validity from family.
Yeah, because and now is the twofold thing, which is dope too, because family is gonna keep it real on what they fuck with and don't fuck with, and then everybody look at it like a cosign. So they're like, I ain't cosigning on some shit I don't really fuck with. So Is it a disservice to you? No, it's just that they need to know. I think we got to be more intentional in telling them how to help us. It's like, hey,
like we were talking about the other podcast. That's true. We did talk about that. Okay, telling them what we want.
This is how you can support me, even if you ain't fucking with what I'm fucking with at the time, because you ain't co-signing on it. Don't discount my effort at me putting in work on this shit, my nigga. That's all I want you to recognize. Is be like, nigga, I see you working hard. And whatever the fuck you doing, nigga, keep doing that shit. And how can I help you? Hey, actually just go on your Instagram, tag Joyce Rice.
Hey man, I have to shout out every one of my friends that did that. And friends and family that did that, and I really appreciate that. Even the ones I did, because I personally messaged them. Right, I sent a mass message. I was like, "Hey, can you do me a favor, tag her on this so she could hear it?" And then all of them came through. Every single one that I hit up, except for I think it was like Cornbread. I think he didn't do like DJ Cornbread. I hit him up. He's an acquaintance. He's not really like a homie or nothing like that. But all right, my guy. We still did it. You know, we still
did it, man. The spirit bomb was still done.
He's cool though. You know what I'm saying? He's still cool, whatever. But you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I count him out there because he didn't. I messaged every single one. You seen that? I said thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
I know who liked the shit and didn't do. I'm just kidding.
He said, I know who liked the shit, but didn't do the shit. He ain't like, nigga, I put out an assignment, my nigga. And when everybody passed back in their papers, it's 32 motherfuckers in this class.
It's true.
I had 32 papers. Oh shit. That's hilarious. Hey, but nah, dude, the spirit bomb worked, man. That shit made me feel so vindicated because I was sharing in the joy. When somebody else puts forth an effort in it, we share in the joy. The joy ain't for us, but we get to share in it. So it's kind of like it ain't for us, but we're experiencing it, right? Because man, when you was telling me that, that's what I'm saying. That's two double whammies of me getting excited. And the first excitement was when I seen, like, yeah, my cousin. I'm like, hold on, the first picture. I'm like, I think she liked it. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, she synced it. He's like, yeah, my cousin. I guess my cousin house shoes, and I'm like, damn, because in the FGC there's some motherfuckers that's connected to house shoes, and I'm like, wow, this is weird. This whole full circle kind of shit is weird. How the fighting game community is connected to it, but when you showed the J-Day thing, and I'm like, oh, did she? I'm like, that's at the end of the day, that's all. That is pay worthy. Like from the level that she's at, they'd be like, okay, well, this is what you would work out in the collabo agreement. I need one story post. I need one story share. I need, like, you know what I mean? You get very specific on how they're going to show their support of co-signing with what the fuck you did. And just for her to share it on her shit.
She's mad cool. It tells you the type of person she is, right?
Remember what we talk about with Daz? If they a real one,
If they're a real one, that's true. She's a real one. She did it without because she can't. She knows that her fans are the ones that support her. The reason why she can be making music. What are you gonna do making music with no fans? You're not gonna be anybody, right? But yeah, she's a real one. She did that without having to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna share this without paying you or paying me or whatever like that." Like she's a real one, dude. That's dope. That's why I became an even bigger fan because she did that.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh, she got to see
put the
this,
people
bro.
on the What's up?
She got to see this because this is the full circle they need. Like the people at the top don't understand the impact that they're having on people until somebody come back and tell them. And so when she see this, to be like, nigga, that's what I was saying the other day. Like Rick Rock, right? Rick Rock. When after I followed Rick Rock, he went on my page and then he like went and like one of my El Pollo Loco pictures, videos where I'm talking shit about El Pollo Loco chicken, and he liked another one. He liked the green screen one. I'm like, nigga, Rick Rock, like what the fuck?
Out of all the videos,
yeah, that when I'm talking about the chicken, they little jipping where they chip you on 3 pieces, it's like 2.12 piece, but then the green screen, and I'm like, why the fuck? And so the other day when it was like, ooh, we should have Rick Rock versus Battle Cat for the verses. And then so when he put that on his post, I went on like, yeah, dude, 2 West Coast legends. So then he go back on there and just put like 100 or something like on there. And I'm like, nigga, that gesture is so small, but it means so much. Because whether it's getting done, like, and I feel as Rick Rock, because, Cali, I feel he's a real one in the aspect that whether they got a social media marketing team doing it or not, that gesture means so much because it means that level of, just like how you went back through and everybody else see it, just like how you say you seen it from Macaroni. If everybody's seen it in Macaroni, I seen it in you because I'm like, nigga, I'll try to like some. I'm like, engagement. This is gonna help the engagement because I know about the algorithm.
Yeah.
And then, but you're going back like, yeah, thank you, praying hands, whatever. Yeah, That's simple.
That's the energy.
But that farming, right? Remember forage and farming, or whatever. But you was farming it. You kept putting resource. You kept putting energy toward it to make sure that it was going to germinate. You know what I mean? And everybody put their hands up. It was like, and that's what. When you said that, I was like, fuck, because I needed to understand what made it so. Because that was like a mini viral moment for you when you really think about it. Because this is where leadership comes in. There's a great, I'm going to start doing these TED Talk Boris Oracles for real. But there's a great TED Talk called Why People Lead or some shit like that. It's by the same dude, Steven Sinek, whatever the fuck his name is. Steven or Simon Sinek, some shit like that. He made a book called Start with the Why. In this video, he shows you how to start a movement. That's what the video is called, how to start a movement. And in this video, he's showing like some people at a rave. Now, I directly relate to this because if everybody know Tim Greathouse, nigga, yes, I can party with the best of them. And we can gather some motherfuckers and make dance circles. So in this video, he's showing you why the movement gets started. There's a person dancing by themselves. That's normally Tim. You're dancing. You don't care what everybody else is doing. You don't care how people think. This is a moment where I don't care. Look at this, the paradox. I don't care what people think about me when I'm dancing by myself in the middle of a rave because I know the effect is going to make other people feel comfortable enough to dance freely without caring. And by me starting that off, now everybody else is going to end up dancing, not caring, because they looked at that one guy and like, yeah, I didn't care that you saw me dancing so I can get embarrassed, but I care that you're going to look and see like, ooh, this guy doesn't care. And that brings up something in you to say, ooh, I shouldn't care either. That's what I care about. Ooh.
I know exactly how you feel. Like if you go to somebody, right, and the music's playing, just put a hand on them random stranger.
Yeah.
They start going there. Oh, shoot, right? And then bam, other people start going, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, heck yeah. Oh, I know all that too well, brother. Man, yeah. Yes.
So
great feeling.
So in this TED talk where it says how to get a movement started, the person that's dancing by themselves, when you said that you walk over and put the shoulder on that random person, you are the guide. You are the person that takes them to the other realm. You are the person that ushers them, everybody else in. The reason why you're the most important person is the person that's dancing by themselves. But the second most important person is the you that came up and put your hand on their shoulder. Why? Because now you're going to show everybody else that's watching how to follow.
Right.
Because you're taking the lead. The first person dancing, you took the lead. Hey,
I like that.
Now,
and they can respond or not to, whatever, right?
Yeah, and that is what it is. But
Yeah.
if they respond positively, it's like a little bomb, an energy bomb that goes off in that vicinity. Kind of like how it was in the studio when I'm vibing over there with Machete, and then you come from over across. Man, I hear you from across the room. I'm like, dude, I don't hear myself. I'm just high, smoking, talking, doing shit.
Hey, that second person too is a good benefactor too, because it validates the first person.
Exactly. Thank
you.
Yeah. You sound like you watched the video.
So, no, but is that for real? It's kind of true. Oh, I mean, I don't know, because I've seen it a lot. I mean, obviously we're friends. I mean, plus we're talking about dancing too. Like we did that kind of shit because we want everybody to have a good time, right? And when everybody has a good time, it's a fun time.
Thank you.
Very fun time. So I don't want to be in a place where it sucks. Like I don't want to be like, oh, I don't want to be like, oh, it was all right. I want it to be like, oh, that shit was dope. Everybody was dancing. Everybody cool. Like everybody was cool. It was good.
And you're gonna do something about it to make that happen. And that's what's the difference maker between you and a lot of other people.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is that when the second person comes up and shows everybody else how to follow because you're validating the leader, then everybody else feels comfortable because now you're comfortable following them and everybody else is comfortable following you because you showed everybody what to be comfortable with. So then when the next thing happened and now you both nodded and then somebody else comes, hey, and then the next one, hey, next thing you know, it's hey, and now you look over, it's like, damn, where everybody come from? It's like, nigga, y'all said, hey.
Y'all said, hey, that's universal. Yeah, that's true. That's
so when
good.
you put that Joyce Rice thing, I'm like, oh, nigga, all three of these accounts finna do this. I don't care what nobody say, nigga. Hold up, give me a second. let me make sure it look a little different on each one. Let me say something.
Say something different each one. Yeah, and what was cool too is that just reminded me, you put a little bit different on each one. Everybody didn't just put at. I mean, there was like 3 people that just put at her, like on the comments. But each person had like a saying, like while they added her. You know what I mean? Each person was different. Like I was like, dang, that's some crazy stuff. Oh, this is fire. You got to listen to this.
Yeah, you got to check this out. I got
my head bobbing to this shit. Like, oh, that kind of shit. I was like, oh, shit, that's crazy. But yeah, I was like, man, that was very, very, like, that was a blessing to have everybody like that. That's crazy. It was an overwhelming moment. I mean, and to see that she liked it and shared it too, that was dope. And my brother the whole time, he's like, he's like, you can't act like you begging, man. He's like, why are you begging her? I was like, I'm not begging her, man. I'm not like, oh God, please share this. Oh God, please like this. Like, I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm letting her know. I was like, I hope her and her team like this because I know they worked hard on the song. We know we're musician producers. Yeah, we know it's we know how hard it is to put out something and what goes into work to get something out. Like I know how hard it is, and how not I shouldn't say hard, but I should say like time consuming, a lot of work ethic to put in that kind of thing. And she because this is her. I think this is like her first biggest release. Like has a video. Like imagine her getting all that money to do everything like that, and people that she had to talk to get this stuff done. Like that's crazy. And I think she's indie. She's not even signed. So that's a lot of money and a lot of work to do that. So I'm like, I really hope you and your team enjoy this. Like I put a flip on it. I'm a fan. Like
I don't think you was begging.
Yeah, and I don't think so either. My brothers be putting the shit over.
Be talking shit on you, and that's that brother shit. My brother be doing shit like that to me, dude. Man.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yes, you know what's up. Being a younger brother, you're freaking older. Your brother, how much older is your brother?
6 years.
6 years, same shit. 6 years. And I'm like, Come from different era, man. You can't be saying shit like that.
I told you when I tried to get him to listen to Summertime Happy, he's like, oh, boom bap. And I'm like, shut up, nigga. Oh, you Jay Dilla. And I'm like, shut up, nigga. You don't even listen to Dilla like that, nigga.
Oh, you think you Dilla
trying
now?
to talk shit to me. Fuck. Let me at least button this damn point home so I can stop thinking about it. The last thing that Hannah, the coach, said to me, she said, dang, well, even though it is what it is, she said, besides the part where you were speaking in Spanish, she said, because I don't understand Spanish.
Oh, you did go into Spanish mode. Oh, I was like, oh, this fool playing the Spanish mode. He's smoking her right now. He's smoking her. No, and it was a Tim Greyhouse before D Smoke. Fuck that. I ain't never seen it. He was before him. You were the first person I knew that.
Oh, hold up. D Smoke speaks Spanish?
What? You never heard all his songs got him speaking in Spanish, bro.
I didn't know that. I haven't heard him. I just know of him because I seen him on like some back when I was living with the homegirl, there's like some Netflix thing that got like fucking T.I. and shit like that. That's how he made it to the top. Somebody that said Inglewood. I'm like, oh, my nigga. Then I started seeing him and I'm like, but then I only knew about him because I was looking up artists who are current artists from today that's from Inglewood. And he came up and it's like, this nigga's Sir's brother. And I'm like, nigga.
Yeah, cheater, bro.
This is cheat codes. These aren't two different niggas. This is one family nigga and another family nigga. Like, nigga, I'm gonna grow dreads and be the other nigga in the back.
He's Spanish too, bro.
No puedo hablar español para todo lo que estoy en la misma ciudad. Podemos trabajar. De veras, man. Solamente para la ciudad, man. For the form and everything.
Hey, man, I don't know what happened right now. But I know, hey, man. Anyway, go ahead, finish it.
So she said, besides the part you were speaking in Spanish, she said, I just want to tell you that you're a very brave and bold guy.
I told you that is brave and bold. Make a YouTube
and you need to keep going because you're brave and bold, and I don't think a lot of people would have did what you've done. And I'm like,
I told you, man, that's 100%. Nobody would have done that. Maybe 1 out of 100, maybe, and you're the 1 out of 100 to do that shit. I wouldn't have done that. I'll tell you that, but I'll for sure try to do it. I'll try to think out the box a little bit though. But you went over there full force, right in her face, like, hey. I'm gonna tell you something real quick, right? You did it though. I was like, dang, man, that's crazy. But you explained it though. That was what's up, man. That's what's up. I respect that, bro. Hey, man, that's respect. Man. Who else doing that shit? Who else?
He said, no who one. Else would do? He said, you're 1 out of 100, and you the one.
No, because. Like, it ain't none of that bitch shit where the person goes there crying. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my girl. You know what I'm talking about? Like, them kids be posting. No, it's not like that. You. That's 100 for sure.
Hey, real shit, though, huh? Because I did look at it like I was being a bitch because I was vulnerable. But on some real shit, I did own my feelings. It wasn't like, oh, I'm crying because no girl. I'm like, nah, this is how I feel. And like, I'm owning my nuts. And I'm not finna be no deceitful nigga in the corner that's like, oh, I really hope this shit. I'm like, nah, nigga, like, you gonna know what it is. Because wouldn't you rather be the honest versus motherfuckers that's trying to run game?
Yeah, what I liked about it that you did, that you were honest, but because it's over like the internet kind of thing, right? You played the smart move because you don't have the face-to-face interaction. You have the what do you have, right? So this is the next best thing. You showed who you were. You spoke longer to show how you are as a person, and the content that you were saying to her. You backed up what you said, or you backed it up with the reasons why you like her or whatever, or why you know how you felt. You backed it up, and you let her know, like if it, and you did show yourself. You said you speaking in Spanish, bro. Like that's a major factor about you. That's one of the first things I knew about you because I thought you was Dominican at first. And like Dominicans or Puerto Rican or something, man. You was in there speaking mad Spanish, selling TVs and microwaves, bro. I remember this a side story, man. I remember
Microondas.
I remember walking to the warehouse. You were selling a microwave to like this Hispanic couple, man. And I'm just over here pushing the ladder, trying to stock the shit, right? And he over here speaking mad Spanish to him, and you was having him laugh and stuff like that, right? He was laughing, he was speaking to stuff. He was and the husband was laughing, the mom was laughing. Y'all were having a good time, man. I was like, oh dang, Tim about to sell this expensive ass microwave. I said, oh shit, we're getting into this warehouse. I opened the door, warehouse, and I was into this shit.
He got a whole little sneak preview to the sale. I didn't know you was here hustling around the corner.
Man, what do you think I'm doing? You think I'm just I'm over here stocking stuff. I hear a lot of stuff.
Dude, that's a trip because like I remember Dale. I don't know if you were still there when Dale was still there when you got there. But
yeah, he was still there.
Yeah, so Dale came to me one time. He's like, they need a Spanish speaker. So then I'm speaking Spanish and shit. And then I'm talking to the people and I'm like, in serio? I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, like they looked at you, yeah. They give you that face. Oh,
and I'm like, serio, and I'm saying all this shit. So then when they leave, Dale goes, he's like, Tim, he's like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, what? He was like, dude, why the fuck do you speak Spanish like when you're speaking English? You're saying the same shit, but just in Spanish. Serious. And I'm like, yeah, I'm me, nigga. I'm just still speaking.
Yeah, you do say.
I'm saying the same shit I was saying English, but in Spanish. But for you to say, the whole family's over there laughing and I'm speaking Spanish, I'm still me and I'm doing the same shit, but just in Spanish.
I'm saying, man, that's what you did. You did that in the video, bro. You let her know, and he was like, "Yo, like, she might think it's corny or not, whatever. I don't know how she feel about it. The way she responded was, it just let me know how she was. Like, all right, you're gonna, she showed her age, I guess.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, yeah, because all I did was flip the shoes. I'm like, okay, and if you watch the video, you can see how everything unfolded to where I'm not crazy, my nigga. Like, the shit is too coincidental. And especially if you look at these motherfucking episodes and the shit motherfuckers been talking about, you tapped in some kind of motherfucking way. I don't care what nobody's saying.
Hey, you know what's funny? She's gonna go back to watch it.
I know. I feel that one day she will go back and watch it and be like, damn. And she'll look at that shit and be like, damn. This nigga, because if you watch the Smackwater video I put on my Twitter, it's like, it's only like in your lifetime, you're only gonna get like 3-4 niggas that's really gonna look at you like that. Every other nigga, 98% of other niggas is just trying to fuck. And that's just is what it is. Like, that's the hardwire, that's the truth of the truth. But if a nigga is looking like, nigga, this dandelion, this gold over here, and everybody walking by the beach, I really felt the part that I was proud of, where I felt it was like, nigga, on some romantic ass shit. I'm like, you a cake ass nigga talking shit to myself, but I can't get mad because that's how I really felt. It was like, nigga, I'm already building my shit. You building your shit, and it's like, I'm going this way. You going this way too? Like, let's just go together, my nigga. Like, yo, man. Like,
I thought that was funny. You was kept dropping N-bombs talking about her. I was like, oh shit. I was like, this Tim though. And I was just like, it's a little unorthodox, but that's Tim though. Fucking unorthodox.
A little unorthodox with that is Tim. And it is. And dude, trip. Because even when I didn't even want to do the video, man, but I didn't want to go out that year and be like, nigga, you just being a bitch. You've been talking about taking action and all these other aspects, and when it comes to this shit, you're not gonna take action. So no, I talked about it, I've been about it, but when I went to start the video, I'm like, I don't want to do this. And I'm like, just start it out like how you always started your video.
Hey, motherfucker. At first, I didn't know what I was watching. I was like, are you cooking something? About to cook something right now?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, he about to cook. He about to cook for 24 minutes. He was cooking, bro. He was in there cooking, man.
Dude, recording that shit at like 3 in the morning, homie. And 3 in the fucking morning and trip. Because I recorded that shit 3 in the morning. Then I couldn't even DM the shit through Discord to her because the file was too big. And so I'm fucking trying to compress the file. Each time I compress the file, it's not even getting small enough. So that's why I ended up on YouTube because I couldn't even DM it to her. And I'm like, oh, I can cop out now, right? Because I got all these excuses. Like, the file's too big. I can't DM it to her. And I'm like, nah, nigga, just compress it. Oh, the compression is still too big. Can't DM it to her. I'm like, I ain't got no other way to DM it to her. And I'm like, could put it on YouTube and send her the link. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. It's like, nigga, quit being a bitch. Nigga, quit being a bitch. Do it. Just do it. And I did it only. Fuck that shit.
You sent it to her on Discord?
Send it to her in Discord.
Discord.
That's how the shit all cracked off in the first place, joining the damn Discord.
Oh yeah, let's go, man. No, that was. See, that's how it is, man. See, like with something as crazy as vulnerable as that is, that's the same thing. That's a real big lesson for anybody doing anything. For me, it taught me a lot right now because you that's a vulnerable thing. You showed yourself on YouTube video. You was talking
straight to camera.
Straight to camera.
Straight to camera. And I had so many chances to not do it. I could have just let it stay on my hard drive. I could have never uploaded it to YouTube. I could have never sent her the link. I could have never there's so many times where I could have just not did it. And then still be in that same boat I was in. But I'm way happier in this boat. What?
That's what I'm saying, man. And to think about, if you can do something like that, I can post a beat up and let people judge the beat. It's music. You're not even saying, well, it is about you or whatever, but you're not even like, what you did, that's crazy. That's crazy bold. Like or crazy like confident to do that. Even though you might not have had like confidence while you're doing it, you kind of like nervous. I can see why you can be nervous. Like I would be nervous doing that shit. Like you weren't up there trying to be all hard or nothing. Like
I don't want to fake the phone. You know what I mean?
Y'all let me smack though. Let me hey, let me smack.
I'll break you off proper. I'll get this money.
So you heard about me, I'll tell you about myself. Like doing that, like that's crazy. People should be able to do just start something. People should be able to. You're already here and you already did something. You might as well just show people that you did it. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. My coworker, her fiance, he's into making computers, building computers. So we always talk about building computers. Like, oh, I need to meet you. I need to meet him so I can, so I can talk to him because I need to build a computer and I need to know, which route to go and all this stuff, right? So he's like, yeah, he's like super passionate about it, but he doesn't want to be on video and he's like, you should just record it. I was like, yeah. I was like, let me know, record that video. I can cut it for you and I can put my music on it.
Come on.
I was just, trying to give him the encouragement. Like, I'll do half the work. You just got to do that, All you have to do is record and do naturally what you always do.
Come on.
And I'll do the hard part. I'll do the hard part.
Because this is naturally what I always do.
Yeah, it's naturally what I always do. And we might as well join forces on that shit because you don't know, you want to do it. It seems like it's a good way to do it because you watch people do it all the time and you became a fan of those people and probably equal or even more than those people that you watch. Just do that shit. And she's talking about, oh yeah, Nike's freaking slogan is just so. She's like, we should just do that. I was like, yes, that's exactly what you just do. That shit, just do it. You won't know how it feels until you've done it, and you don't want to keep thinking about doing it because it's gonna freaking tear you down. Let's go. Because if you keep that shit on your mind, it's gonna weigh you down so much. And I'm glad. Hey, it's gonna weigh you down. All the books, all the pizzas, whatever you got. I don't know how much you got. But all that shit, yeah, all 5 of your headphones. You got like 7 headphones. Tim got 7 headphones. You got half a headphone.
It's true. Hey, but real shit. And that's why I got to tell them people. I was like, because even when I told Hannah earlier, was it yesterday when I sent it to her? I said, man, she's basically kind of like looking at it. She's a female. So, she's very in depth and shit. And she's kind of like, damn, my nigga, like, that's a deep response for such a deep ass fucking statement that a nigga made. You know what I mean? Like if you're a female and you really heard a nigga just fucking say shit that most people just think about versus that's what I thought about as an artist. We profess things that most people won't confess.
Profess, yes. Dang, that should be on a t-shirt, bro. We profess
what people won't confess.
Profess.
There's a way to get that to flow better, but yeah.
Yeah. Profess and confess. I like that.
She's like for the level of information that I gave, for the level of response, it don't warrant it, right? It's not justified. It's not just. It's no justice. You know what I mean?
No justice for it's not equal. There's no, what is it? Equal equivalent exchange.
It is not an equivalent exchange of energy.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Sorry, I was talking about what is it called? Edward and Elric. Edward and
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist, yeah. Edward Elric. And other
Edward and Elric, the fucking what's it called, brothers? I forgot.
Elric
brothers, yeah.
Yeah. Edward and blank Elric. I don't know why I can't think about it right now.
Alphonse,
yeah.
I kept saying Elric. I'm like, Elric is his name. I'm like, no.
Elric is the last name.
Yeah, Alphonse. Fucking Alphonse. That was cold, man. Fuck, man. And that's the little brother too. But but not like so this is what I told her. I was like, man, like I'm not even tripping that the response, because I didn't really have no expectation at the end of the day. I was like, because even in the video, I'm like, hey, cool if it is, but if it ain't, then cool too. Like at least niggas know what it is though, versus it being that like, is niggas like, you know what I mean? Versus it, and I'm like, but when I really look at the reality of it, the reality is that it didn't need to get done to get her to respond. It needed to get done to show that I could do it. I can get all these objections on a reason not to send it. And then I'm still going to overcome those objections and send it on fucking YouTube and send a link, knowing that she could send this shit to anybody and everybody and laugh and ridicule it and everything. And I still fucking sent it. And then the homie tells me, oh, and I'm like, I'm getting all excited counting my chickens before they hatch, thinking that I got a fucking dub when it's a L. And I'm like, it might not be an L though. And then I'm like, what was my point? I forgot my point I was making. I was making a point.
Point is that you did that shit.
The point is that I fucking did it, and it wasn't the response that mattered. It was the point that I had all these opportunities to back out and bitch out and not do it, but I fucking did it. So I had to prove to myself that I could be bold, that I could take action, and that I'm not gonna let fear stop me. Fear is the stopper of a lot of shit. Because when you're telling me the way you're telling me that, like, that's the only thing I can hang my hat on. It's like, nigga, I did that shit though. That's the only thing I can say is like, and if she ever watched that video, it's like, nigga, you know you ain't met nobody like me, my nigga, because who the fuck else would do some shit like this? And it's to be that bold, that honest, that vulnerable, that fucking quirky, that weird, skeeter hunk, all that, my nigga. All of it. All of it.
She's like, skater.
I know, right?
Skater. Doug.
But look, and I sent it to you, and thank you for not like ridiculing and like making me feel all shitty and shit about it. But then
Hey, I know what's up, man. I've been there since, well, not day one, but maybe day two. Even telling me about that shit. So, hey, man. Hey, more power to do that. Hey, as long as I'm the one who told you to do it. I'm the one say, hey, do that shit. Do it. And you did. So why would I laugh at you? You did that shit and you did it in the most creative way. You know what I'm saying?
Artist going artist.
Yeah, you gotta do what you do, man. You gotta do what you do. Like, do what you do, bro. Like,
woo. Fuck, man. Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny to laugh about it now, but
it is.
You did it, dude. You did it.
That shit is ridiculous though. But yeah, I really feel one day I'm gonna make it public because like as we blow up, like I really feel like that clip of what you said earlier is a good gem where you said like, man, you said, oh, I'm being inspired all over again because if I can watch somebody do this, right? Yeah, I can put up a beat.
Yeah. And honestly, and to talk to somebody about the beat and like that, or even doing a podcast, like that's some guts, dude. That's guts. Not guts as in funny, but guts like you got it. You showed your guts. You was like, ugh,
Yeah. Look at my guts.
look at my
Got 'em.
guts. And you put it back.
Look at my guts. Grab my nuts.
You got it though, man. You did it. That shit, and it's inspiring. It is. I mean, I'm not saying go on and tell. I mean, yeah, go like for people that have something.
No, that was one of one. None of these other girls is getting none of that shit. But that was one of one. It definitely. But yeah, it just my bad. I'm cutting you off. Please go out and do whatever the fuck you feel. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you can, if Boris, if Tim, the actual man, can show himself like that, you can put your beat out. You can put your song out. You can put whatever you're creating out. You can go and just film it, whatever. Do all that. You can do all that. The thing is that you don't have to do that. Like you don't have to. You know what I mean? He did that because that was the best option. I think if I was in your shoes, I'd probably do the same thing. Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, I was talking to Shanae on the phone. I was like, should I do like if I wasn't because we got together pre-COVID, so
different times, different situations.
You can't go there and be like, yo, hey, like, can't feel that energy. And this is the closest type of energy you can feel because you're seeing that person, you're seeing a move, you're seeing you do it all.
Yeah. Versus the text, you read it in your own voice, like
right of what you might think that person
probably means, and now you got to try to put your own perception on it. You put a lens on it. Versus it's a nigga standing in outer space.
You going over on the text message, like, oh, I don't want to say this. You delete it.
Yeah. And then I would have been formulating all kind of shit if I would have put it in text form. But that's why I called it my raw thoughts. I'm like, this is the only way that I feel that you can get the message without it getting lost in translation. Because if I would have just wrote it, I would have lost in translation. If I would have just sent a verbal voice message, it would have got lost in translation. Because there's some moments in there that you have to see. Because if you just listen to the voice, you wouldn't see that.
He was like, yeah, like you letting her know you was comfortable, bro. I was like, oh, he's a little nervous right now. He just said what he said. I could, you know, body language. You know what I'm saying?
You could tell the weight of words on how they came out on like, ooh, that's the weight. That's the weight of it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was dope. Man. Glad you did that. End of the year, you're able to do that. It was a good year, man. It was a good 2020 was a shitty year for everybody, but it was a good year for some.
You said that in preaching to the masses that it sparked the creatives, and it really did. My creative renaissance.
Yeah. And we're part of that creative renaissance. That's something good, man. You got for sure be proud of yourself, man. I know I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of myself. We did it, man. We're going into 2021 strong.
Super strong, because we do this shit every week, baby.
Every week, man. All right. So for the end of this one, I'll play a little bit of this, but yeah, next week, I'm working on remixes. My brother's talking about redoing my Instagram, like doing the graphic design for it, for some of the stuff, the projects he wants to do. Since he kept bugging me about doing remixes, I'm gonna drop him a lot more remixes. Probably start off with like one every 2 weeks, and then work it up to maybe once a week or something like that, depending on how everything goes. But he wants to do he has these ideas and little projects and stuff that he wants to work with me with. So I was like, all right, cool. We can do that. But I told him, I was like, you have to have chop section on there. You have to have all this stuff. I was like, I'm not gonna have you over here messing me up. Like,
we already got some shit going over here, man.
Yeah, I was like,
we added to it.
Yeah, it was like, we're doing producer thoughts. You can only add shit, not take away shit. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I would want from him to do that shit. So I'll be strict on that. He's like, I don't want you, because he didn't like the way the canvas stuff looks. Because it's all YouTubey. the pictures I'd be
The
posting and
font
stuff.
and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I was like, well, that was the idea. Like, that was the idea to do that. It wasn't. There's supposed to be quick hits that could throw up, like, and keep it consistent, like we were saying. So I was like, yeah. So as long as I get to keep my content up, then I'll do. I don't care. Like, I trust you, but you got to run that shit by me. Make sure that it's okay. And I got to run shit through him too, visually. Like,
Another
like
collab, man. Shit, that's all
he's
it
a,
is.
he's a good judgment of a lot of things, especially art wise. So I trust his mind on a lot of stuff because I know he's my older brother, but of course I look up to him. He's my older brother. So there's that. So the remixes, chop section I'm about to do. I might go to videos rather than the post on the chop sections now. So I'll just take a clip, but I'm not going to make multiple clips. I'll take a clip of it and I'll just post that. That's easy enough. It's not. Yeah. But so I'm gonna do that. I think we're talking about the website again. I know that I need to work on broken vegetables because we just talked about that. I honestly was thinking about a lot of other stuff just because of the Joyce Rice remix. Oh shoot, can you hear me? You good? I'm gonna call the police.
Could have been somebody walking down this hallway. Yeah. I'm like, man.
Is that like an apartment complex?
It's like
A condo?
Condo.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
But yeah, we straight.
All right. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm gonna do
Chop
that.
section,
Chop section.
remixes,
Um,
broken vegetables.
broken vegetables. We got to get that out for sure.
Yeah, I created another loop. It's called Eerie. Called Eerie something. The first one was juicy broccoli. Oh, Eerie cabbage.
Eerie cabbage. Yeah. All right. I gotta get some bass. Yeah, I gotta do the more drum stuff. So could do that. What else? Oh, Kane's album. I'm working on that. I
Let's go.
have 4 beats.
Let's go.
I might do five to 7 before I hit him with the care package.
Shout out to A Kane.
Shout out to Kane. I'm gonna make him sound good.
Man, hey, that project they got out, Moon Glow.
Yeah.
Let's go. That
shit.
shit.
Hey, shout out to AK. If you haven't heard that I've listened to it maybe 3 times already. Like just because I was outside, I was taking my Christmas lights and stuff down, and I was hitting the bag a little bit, boxing bag. So, and I had that playing. Yeah, there's a couple joints. There's the one with Konami is dope. What is the other one?
Dude, Monsters. I fucks with Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones goes, bro.
Dude.
I like that too. Yeah, Eddie Jones goes.
Monster, Eddie Jones. I was bumping that shit, nigga. I forgot where I was driving, but I was able to bump the album like in the whip like 2 to 3 times. Dreams on Moonglow Lane. And I'm like, nigga, that's what over by my mama crib. I'm like, nigga, I got where my nigga over here, nigga.
The beat on
Dollars in the Dreams. Everything that's what I got like. Went left. Yup.
Went Left got a dope ass beat. That shit mad West Coast to me. Like that shit remind me of like IE.
Yeah.
Eddie Jones. Oh, Monsters Inc. That's the one with K1 and Louis and Machete. Hey, fuck this whole album smacks. Yeah, bro. I like this shit. I like all of them. The whole album. Solid album.
Very solid. Very solid, man. And when I seen the little picture, I thought it was just gonna be one track. I didn't know this was a whole little like, you know what I mean?
Man, Kane don't ever put one track. He always got like in abundance. Yeah, I don't ever expect him to put one out anymore. He probably drops like 5 albums.
I fucks with Kane, man. I'm sitting over here just applauding because when I came through the game, like, I remember Kane a little bit from back when I was in those days because DJ Famo, I think, was around Kane.
Famo, yeah, Trey, yeah.
And so I just always like seeing from the side. But then I came in the game sport mode, That's where I came in the game. And the 3 tracks I like off sport mode was or 4 is Algin, or is it supposed
A
to say
line?
Algin?
A line?
Nigga, the G is in the wrong spot if that's where the line is.
Oh,
But corny, next to me, and deep. Um,
uh, produced by yours truly.
no.
Next to me.
But then after that, like I haven't bumped Kane in a Kilo yet. Cause like that came out like right after we did the lock in, or right before, or something like that.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't give that a listen either. I think I ran through it once, but not really anything to remember out of it.
Yeah. And so when this drop, I'm like,
I like
I
him on these.
coming out the game with the dollar in a dream, and then the monster. It started with a couple schemes. Started with $1 million in a couple schemes. I'm like, nigga, hey, my nigga, I see you over there, man. I see you, man.
You
Much
know why?
respect.
You know why? It's because I like him better when he's not on trap beats. You know, trap beat, he can do it all. I'm not taking anything away from anything at all. He can do it all, and he sounds good. But I personally like him when he's not on trap beats. I like him like this. I like him. This is what I see him as, and the beats are hard. Who's the producer? I don't.
I
Who?
don't know. I've been clicking on the credits and it got a dash on it, man. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here.
Is it one guy? Is it two guys? Is it three?
Let us know, man, because some of these beats, man, when I
Fuck.
was driving and I'm like, oh my nigga, this okay.
Oh.
That's what I was gonna say. Like you know, when we finally get him on there, like, because I'm gonna have to go back and through his catalog, but like beat selection is always a key essential thing, and I'm like, with this one right here, beat selection was, and look, everything under 4 minutes. I see what you did, but the beat selection, was on point. And then he did the throwback with cocktails is just like a going down. You know what I mean? Shout out to who Sally Sale, I think, made the first going down. But
Man.
that shit was a nice ass album, homie. Shout out to motherfucking AK real shit.
I'm gonna shoot him stems this time around because I want to hear I want the mixing to be done correctly with this project.
Oh, when you sent him the stuff last time, you just sent him the beat?
I sent him the beat. I sent him some wave files, but I want that shit to sit. And I know that Roach. I know that Roach can do a great job with that shit too. So shout out to Roach. He knows how to do that shit. He's a great engineer, man. Great engineer. He was working on Konami shit too. Konami shit's always clean.
I haven't listened to that yet.
I will listen to half of it. I have to run it through, but the
lead up was dope though. I like the lead up.
He's got a creative mind, bro. He has a creative mind, and the way he puts his shit together is very tactical and very it's very professional, I should say. Like the way he's a dope artist. Like I like that he thinks about his projects that way. And if you compare both of them together, they're totally different, but it's crazy that they're part of the same squad. So that's dope. Like who was I talking about? Like Louis. I was talking to Louis, and he's like, what's dope about our squad is that everybody can stand alone on their own 2 feet. And then when they come as a collective, it's just this gigantic freaking.
That's how Wu-Tang is, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true. Exactly. Because everybody can bar up easy. And then that whole team is just crazy. I'm glad to be an affiliate, you know?
Yeah, man. I just be nodding, man. And I know they like, who the fuck is this nigga always saying our shit? And I was like, hey, nigga, I'm just a supporter, my nigga.
They met you now, though. They met you now. They know you now.
Oh, shit. Who's M16 the Great?
M16 is a rapper out of Inland Empire, I think. Last time I heard him, he was a rapper out of IE. I think I seen if he used to be a Vibe, I think. M16
because he just made a post. He just made, and look, you said Vibe. I think the track is called The Vibes. It's M16 the Great, Konami, and A-Kane.
I think it's him. Yeah, it's been a while, man. Like these names, I gotta remember them a lot. M16 is very familiar though. I think he's a rapper out of IE.
It's funny, man. Hey, man, I just be saluting niggas and throwing their waters while they on their marathon, man, because I know how much work that should take. Izzo with the motherfucking sound design. I hear him with the little Foley in there with the little transitions on the shit. I'm like, dude, them weed fucking photos is looking clean as fuck, nigga.
They do. See what I'm saying? Like, shout out to him, man. Remember he was saying that he's doing that full time now and thriving too.
Come on.
Man, shout out to you, man. Shout out to the whole squad, bro. Man, studios, NID, let's go. Old school. I'm part of that. I got my glasses on too. I sound like you now, Tim. Look at you influencing me and shit. That's you. That's Tim right there. Motherfucker.
He's influencing me.
Hey, man. Hey, we're like around the people who we're around. So we ain't physically around, bro, but we always,
Oh, real shit though, man. But see, that's that level of fucking excitement though. Like if you was always serious Ed of no, don't do this, like I wouldn't be kicking around you all the time, my niggas.
You want to be around that. Nah, boy, you shouldn't do that. Oh, I can't believe we sent out that video. I would have done that. That's serious. If I was serious, I'm like, nah, man. I play it safe.
Yeah.
Because if I have multiple foods on my plate, I'll separate them. They never touch it. That's boring. Let it touch.
You might discover something.
Yeah, let the mac and cheese touch the beans. It's fine.
When that chicken get on with both of them, you like, ooh, it's like a KFC bowl, baby.
Yeah, mashed potatoes and a mac and cheese and the chicken together. That's what I think about when I think about KFC or coleslaw. I like coleslaw. You like coleslaw?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember, I was scared of purple lettuce, but yeah, I did like coleslaw. That was the funny part. It was like, how you scared of purple? How you like coleslaw but scared of purple lettuce? Because I'm eating it.
I stick it out. I don't know what it does to you.
I close my eyes.
It tastes the same. No, it's true, man. Oh, what about you, bro? Like, what do you?
Well, I'm getting done. Man. All right, so we put out Make That Drive. We still have On Track, D&B Ocean.
Yes. Sorry, quick.
On Track, D&B Ocean, and Luxury Flights to release. I was thinking about releasing them. So this is what, remember how you said that you wanted to go back and make like a chop section volume 1 kind of thing? I want to make like, because I think I'm on 15, 16. I think this next, 15 was the live one I did. Show Me the Future. So next week, Monday, tomorrow's cook-up session is 16.
16, wow. Yeah, 16, man. Woo.
Crazy.
You're going long as fuck, bro.
Huh?
You be going long as fuck, too.
Yeah, my shit is longer.
Hey, man. Your shit's long as fuck, pause. Oops. See what she missing, bro? Damn.
Man, she is missing. She's missing. And she's like, man, the motherfucker that's just good used to laying dick. And it's like, hey, man, you could be laying it down. I'm just saying, man, it's quarantine and shit. I got my own crib, nigga. Look, I can hear my own echo. My nigga, like, you can stream from here, too.
You gotta talk about that stream house, huh? Is that, is that how you get her in there?
Like, I got my shit. You can log here. Look, I got the graphics card.
I know they had a stock. I got all of them. I got all the graphics. You want all that? And a 3080. That's what everybody spent 2 G's on that.
Fucking 3080. Nah, man, that shit funny. Nah, man, real shit. On the motherfuckers that you really got to try hard with, man, it's like, you don't want that shit. Because this is the thing. If motherfuckers, this is the thing that tripped me out in the initial thing is that why would I get shown somebody where I can see all of their beauty and their essence and their value, yet they holding on to their trauma so much that they can't even see yours? What's the point?
Yeah, they just reflect that on you. Yeah, that's what it is. People too cool, man. People are too cool. Can't be too cool. It's a downfall.
So
you know what I'm saying. Anyway, go ahead. My bad, bro.
Nah, because I'm sitting there like, I'm cool as fuck. But like when you're saying don't be too cool, it's like being too cool for school, like too cool to I don't know. I think this is like the inversion of humbleness. I'm too cool, right?
Right.
Like if I started like just like how your brother said, oh, don't forget about us when you get to the top. Like if I blow up and I'm that nigga from Inglewood that blew up and I'm gonna start acting like I've been from Beverly Hills all my life, that's being too cool. That's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah. Don't be too, or don't even just say where you're from. That's being.
Oh, right. That is being too cool because now I'm too cool to say I'm from Inglewood. Like, nah, nigga, I came from, you know what I mean? Like to be ashamed from where you came from. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too.
I'm not ashamed for where I grew up. I grew up in Victorville, California. If I didn't freaking grow up in Victorville, California, I wouldn't be the same person I am right now. My dad said, I moved you to Victorville because I didn't want you to grow up in LA. I was like, shocking to you, Dad. Victorville is crazy too.
You can't hide me from this shit. It's just levels to it.
Yeah, it's like there's hundreds of other people that did the same thing.
And still out here gang banging and everything.
Out here banging, yeah. He's like, little do you know, they try to get me in there. I was like, nope. I don't need anybody to help me fight.
See? Yeah, that is normally how it goes.
Yeah. But they, yep. Nope.
But yes, I got those 3 tracks, man. I need to sit with them and arrange them and mix them. Make That Drive was a part of that because the reason why I put out Make That Drive the way it was from when fucking EJ was like, man, just like Magic is like, and I'm like, oh shit, and it just fuck with me like, okay, I can sit there and make it all complex on how I mix it and transition and do a fucking whole 187 track fucking summertime happiness again. Or I could just be like, nah, let it be a vibe. If this is just a vibe, if I'm vibing and I'm smoking, then I'm chilling. They don't need to have all these change ups. Just like what that dude said in that video you sent me. And I'm like, and if I want people to fuck to this, it definitely don't need all them change ups. It needs just a couple of
couple of them, dude. Yeah,
just a couple of. But for the most part, that bass, the way that bass, I really just imagine that boom.
Hey, wild, man. Don't be sending videos to everybody else. He's like, hey, man, I've just been thinking about you.
No, hey, stupid. No.
Hey, you remember those videos? There was these kids that like were dancing to like some freaking it was a Mint Condition or somebody like that, or who was it? What?
Fucking and what you talking about the way niggas used to do the hump shit and all that shit, humping
like,
chairs.
T-Dog. He's like, they going in it.
Yeah, come in.
Straight up and stuff. Yeah, I was like, oh no, this ain't it.
Those are the like B2K days and shit like that, man.
Yeah, back then I was like, oh, I remember my brother showing me one. I was like, what the hell is this? He's all laughing hard. He's like, damn. Don't do that to him.
Nah, hell no. Like I said, that video was 1 of 1, man. She better be privileged as fuck to know that. Ain't no other girl ever getting a video like that, my nigga, like on some real shit. That was 1 of 1. But I'm glad I did it because I'm going to show it to people and be like, hey, if you can't do this.
You're supposed to be. You can post a beat. Look at this. Look what I did. You can post a beat. Shut up.
You can fucking post a beat. Look at this shit. This shit is public now. Everybody can look at this and see like, oh man, this food. But hey, the main thing is be true to yourself, be honest with yourself, and fucking don't sit on your hands. If you got the ability to do some shit, do it. And like Pat Finn say, you got these resources for a reason. If you got the equipment, use it. I use my equipment. I use my resources. Exactly. I tapped in. So one of these 3 tracks, I'm not going, because like every time I release a track it's $6, but if you release an album it's $14. So like it makes it's more tempting just to release an album. But that was my point earlier. I was going to go through the tracks that I like of my cookup sessions and choose like whatever ones I like and then turn that into like a little album release. Not
$6.
Like yeah, because it's $5 for the YouTube Content ID thing, and then it's $1 for the Siri Shazam thing. So it's $6 per release.
Oh, I haven't done that yet. I might have to try that later.
You don't be doing that?
No, I don't be paying it. I just leave it.
Yeah, so the YouTube Content ID one, I did that with Bright Smile, the first song I ever did. And what they do is anytime somebody put your song on YouTube, it'll scrub that content ID, and then you'll get paid the ad revenue off that shit.
It's not every month. It's just that one-time
It's just,
payment.
yeah, it's just that one time. It's like
Oh damn!
yeah, I thought you knew that. See,
I read it. I thought it was every month.
Nah, the only thing you pay for every year is every year shit comes back around. It's like when you want to put it in all the stores and all that shit, store maximizer, that kind of shit. But yeah, no, it's not every month. Hell no. So yeah, with all my tracks, I do the little content ID and the Shazam shit, so they can Shazam it. Because that's my point. Is like if I'm just gonna be throwing beats up, then you don't want somebody listening to a beat like, who did this? And then like, oh nigga, I did it. Like, you know what I mean? Nah, nigga, you Shazam that shit. Oh, Boris the Beast. Oh, Dark Days. So, but when you do an album, that whole album comes out at $15, $14.95. So it's like $6 per release. Now, which is funny because I did Dark Days and I did $6 per release, which is $54 for 9 weeks. And then I went back and put $15 to release the whole album. So that's 54 plus 15 because I thought it was all going to combine it together. And they're like, nah, nigga, this is a whole other thing. I'm like, I think I'm going to release one motherfucking album. That shit.
Yeah, that sounds better. That sounds a lot better. Just to release them as an album. Okay,
15 versus $6. But if you ain't paying them, then I understand because you wasn't paying that content ID or paying the series shit. But I'm like, why put your beat up there if people can't Shazam it? Because you want to be able to be found anywhere. And then if they putting your beat on YouTube, why not be getting paid for it?
That's true.
Because then YouTube will always claim it and not be another way that it's like, this is what I seen Kato producer. Kato posted some dude that does some rap that says like, I'm a ghost or whatever. Boo, I'm a ghost. He's like some famous TikTok rapper dude. Mm-hmm. And they was talking about in the videos, they said, yeah, when people don't be posting who's the originator of the thing, he's like, my song was out and all these other people were doing it, but nobody ever posted that it was me, that I'm the original person. It was just like a residual of a residual of a residual. And when people don't ever credit the source, then it's kind of hard to find who the source is because nobody credited them. Now you got to dig and try to find out, well, who's the original of this shit. But if you do all those other things, then it's done for you because the YouTube ID, we ain't got to credit the source because they already know. Tap in or was it Hold On Now, made by NappooBeats. Why? Because DistroKid has it uploaded. DK Records, whatever the fuck, blah 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 number of this date. Boom boom. And then like, okay, well, let's find this NappooBeats guy. Do you think he has an Instagram? Yeah. And like, you know what I mean? Versus like, it just don't go nowhere.
That's true.
And just like how you said, this dude found you and you don't even know how you found him. But through the conversation, you need to find that out in the most comfortable way. So that way you know where to allocate your energy.
Because I'm just like, hey, how'd you find my beat?
Hey, how'd you find my beat? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But just like how we were saying with the Macaroni episode, I'm like, shit, you just need to know where the rappers is chilling. You got the beats. You got what they need. You serving. You just need to know what the demand is. And when they tell you, like, all right, where do y'all go for y'all beats? Okay, for sure.
Oh. That's from a beat, yeah. That's true. And I just won't post my beat. Well, I mean, if it's, I don't know. You know how people say, but they post their beats on YouTube, and then I watched that video, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not posting my beats on YouTube. Just too many damn people on YouTube now. I got to find a different way. But say sometime this year though, we gotta you know, well, same thing me and Louie were talking about. Book a studio,
session,
yeah, like a legit like studio, and then if you want to come through this way or whatever, then you should go and do that shit. Like just book one spot and then go there, meet the engineers and shit over there, and just link up and just work in there. We just make some beats and stuff in there. Just book it for like 6 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like $100 an hour or 80 something like that. $80 an hour, something like that. They're not too bad.
Ain't bad when you splitting it, baby. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, hell yeah. Because the one we saw to rent, like I think it was like half a day. It was like 600, something like that. 400, 600. I forgot. It was nice though. It was out in there was one in Dallas. I was like, oh shit, yeah, let's go to Dallas or go to Houston. Shoot, we should go.
Yeah, H-Town for sure.
Yeah, we'll find some over there and like work in one room. If there's somebody else in another room, like, oh shoot, there's so and so.
Yeah, the Mike Watts still do it straight to the top. Pow wow, baby.
Hey man, whatever. Anybody, that'd be dope though. It's like, oh shoot, hey, nah, we don't do that because that's studio etiquette. You don't just be like, hey,
Yeah.
nah, you're working.
Right. But you never know if somebody's smoking, and then hey, acquaintance got met. But yeah, nah. I'm just going all in, man. That's my shit. I'm gonna fucking release one of these 3 tracks. Fucking, I did make that drive. We still got DMB Ocean on track and Luxury Flights. DMB is obviously DMB. The other 2 are kind of like this make that drive kind of R&B slow up fucking vibe, meditate, whatever you want to call it. And then you just expect to see more weed smoking videos. We finna go all in, niggas. I mean, like, whoever's following me now, sorry, whoever it is following me, it is what it is. But y'all finna get all this work, man. Y'all gonna get the cooking work. Y'all gonna get the cooking work, right? The cooking beats.
Cooking work, yeah.
Yeah.
Cooking work,
Y'all getting all of the cooking. And then the fucking, all of the personality. We're gonna do at least 2 Boris Oracle videos. And then we're gonna really map out these tutorials on like just my formula of creating these things. Because that's the thing. Like, it's high search volume and low competition. And even when the competition gets medium, the whole point is that this is how Boris makes a trap beat. This is how Boris makes a lo-fi beat. You know what I mean? It's different how Nappoo makes his lo-fi, different how Nappoo makes his trap, different how to do We Watch Video, who is J Beats, makes his trap. And so and then when I was showing my cousin this shit, I was like, yeah, this is my version of my West Coast track. And after I showed him on the phone, he's like, hey, that's hard. So now I got off the phone, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna post it on here. Nigga, that's why I posted on Instagram. Then somebody went in here like, hey, this is so dope. And I'm like, damn, nigga, like, imagine if I didn't post it. It got like over 100 views. And I'm like, I haven't got over 100 view regular post like that in a minute. The last beat I did was the one where I put Andre 3000 over my shit. And I got like 70. But yeah, man, we just finna go in. And then the main thing is that when I wrote down all these classes, I'm like, okay, if I can make sure that I don't ditch class each day, which classes that I'm always gonna go to. You know what I mean?
10 classes is a lot.
Come on. So you gotta split that shit into semesters. Like, what the fuck? You can't take 10 classes and actually be good at them.
Or you do the college way, where you do Mondays and Wednesdays.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good idea. If there's too many classes, I split up the times. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
sir. Yes, sir. And so, like, at the end of this, right? Just like when I watched that dude's video, I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna choose the lane, if I'm in the lane, what's my lane? My lane is at least the direction I'm going in. My lane is going to be I'm the dude that make loops. Because if I'm gonna go in on learning this piano, the piano is giving me all the melodies.
Let's go, man. That's the first time I heard you say that. I'm gonna do these loops. That's like a definitive thing. Because I feel like that's more tuned in rather than more broad. You know what I mean? The before it was a little bit more broad, even though you had a specific destination. This one's more defined. That's dope. Yeah. It's good.
And if everything gonna stem from there, right? Then piano class should be the number one priority because that's going to give me the most skills to do the rest of everything else.
All right, man. I'm gonna try to do my part so we can get this thing out. So we get this
pack out. Just like how the dude said. He was like, release packs, do vlogs. Dude, I'm like, nigga, the chop section is a vlog, nigga.
It is. It is, man. Yeah, same as yours.
Computer crashing and everything.
Oh my gosh, man. I can't wait. I think I'm gonna lean towards the I might get the same laptop you got. How well does it do?
Man, you know I ain't complaining. No, I ain't complaining.
I'm not gonna complain either, man.
This thing, man. Shit. The only thing, and that's not even I was gonna say the only thing is like the stream, but that's not even a thing.
What do you mean?
Like
you haven't streamed on it yet?
No, I've been streaming on it.
Oh, you've been streaming, okay.
I've been streaming, but the other day when I was running my stream, it was choppy and shit, but it said I was dropping frames. But then I restarted the computer and all this shit, and I streamed yesterday. I streamed earlier today, and it wasn't bad, right?
No, it wasn't.
So
Yeah,
it
I
was
got
the other day, and I think I just needed a restart. That's why I was gonna say like, because of how many frames I was dropping. But if it was only a restart, so yeah, I can't complain.
all right.
This is
Because
the last year. This is the 16-inch 512 hard drive.
2020, 2019, 2020
It was last year,
last year. Oh yeah.
but
How many years do they update?
every two, right?
Okay. I should be in the I should be in a good.
Because the last Air Mac Mini I was gonna get was 28.
You got it. You got it's an Air.
Nah, yeah.
Oh, I was about to say an
But
Air.
remember, after I bought this and I was dealing with all the editing shit, I was like, man, I need another Mac so I can still cook up beats while I edit because that shit hems up everything for edit, and then all I can do is use the desktop, and I don't want
Oh
to
yeah,
use Ableton.
you're doing heavy. Yeah, you're doing heavy shit on the Mac.
32 gigs on a bounce, which means that it was 64 in the main shit because
I
it
can see
bounced out to
why.
32.
I can see why you need to restart your computer, bro. Get that shit a little refresh, you know.
Cause look, when I got this shit, when I got the computer, I wasn't planning on using Final Cut. Now that I think about it, I was only planning on using Logic. That's all I was using.
So when you do your what's it called? So when you're doing heavy processing, like when you pull up like your contact and all that stuff, how is it with
Easy
that?
as fuck, no problems. I wish I still got to get this damn UAD thing so I can start using them UAD things again. Because I remember back when I was using my 2008, that shit was struggling when I loaded up some UAD shit. Now this shit is clean. Like,
You got a card for UID?
what?
The processing card?
I got I got the UAD satellite Octo 8.
Oh, what the heck?
UAD 2, the 2, not the 3.
On your PC?
No,
On
it's
the
just a
Mac?
little. It's just a little. It's a box. It's the satellite, the UAD satellite
Oh,
2.
oh, okay,
It was
okay,
like
okay.
$1,800. I bought it on Z Sounds.
Hey, Z sounds, man.
Once you gave me that gem, dude, I ain't never stopped.
I didn't know that you had. I didn't know that you got that. That's crazy.
Grab it. But yeah, it's a satellite UAD satellite 2 Octo 8.
How many plugins did it come with? I know it came with a grip of
It
plugins.
came with like $300 worth of shit, but it's
Oh, that's
nothing.
it.
Yeah, see, thank you. I'm glad
Yeah.
you know that that ain't
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
because that shit, dude. UAD
That
plugins
shit is
are expensive,
expensive, dude.
man. Because I think it's because of the quality. That's why.
When
It's
you watch
because of
all of
all
the
the research.
videos, the way that they've the way that they digitize analog hardware, the details.
Spot on, almost. Like you can bear. Like I remember talking to the engineers at that studio in Pasadena, and they were like this is the closest thing I've ever heard. I was like, how do you even hear that shit? Like I was like, but
Experience.
yeah, it's experience. But if you, yeah, I mean, if you're just a regular head making beats, then I mean,
That shit ain't. Yeah.
you can't tell. Well, you can tell. You still can tell with like reverbs and stuff. It just sounds more crisp and all that. Like I don't know what it is. It might be because it has its own processing. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
yeah, yeah. Because that thing says it's a DSP in there or some shit or something like that. Um,
yeah, yeah, it has one
fucking.
built into it. Yeah, that's how it is for the Apollo. It has its own shit, like its own like mixing board and stuff.
And
Yeah,
so it's supposed to help in when you got heavier mixes because it's using processing power from that device versus it just relying on the processing power from the computer.
right.
That's
That's right.
why I got it because I was using that with my 2008. But then like shit still wasn't because like even the plugins that came on there that I can use is probably like what the 1176, just like basic shit like that. And it's like, okay, do you really need a UAD to get a fucking 1176 compressor hiss? You know, because even if you really want to mimic an 1176, Logic has its own version of what the VCA compressor is
Yeah,
similar to the 1176. But then I was using my own 1176 out of the Waves plugins that I had that I no longer have.
yeah,
So now I'm like, I can go back to this. But at the point where I'm at right now, the IK multimedia pack that I use, I don't even go all in like I used to back when I had the Waves plugins because I was going crazy on the mixes because I was doing a lot of EDM shit.
yeah.
But
You have to.
this,
Right? Everything's like
because in transitions and
yeah,
automation, but this shit is like, all right, I'm bringing shit in and I'm taking it out, bringing it in, taking it out, bring something else in. Just make it sound dope, sonically dope,
Sonic,
sure,
yeah.
but don't go crazy all the shit. But yeah, that shit got like a little mastering plugin, a compressor. It came on like 5 or 6 different programs, and I bought
Nice.
it for like 100 and something. But I noticed Illmind back when I was watching Illmind Heavy every day. He'd be like, "All right, guys, T-Rex, T-Rex." He'll say that, and now he got like a little plug-in that's his mastering chain. You know what I mean? He'll put that
Yeah.
shit on, put it on the thing, and then everything just boosts up. That's why he's telling everybody prepare for the T-Rex, because then after he cooks up the beat, because just like how the dude said in the video, they ain't got time to be cooking shit up from scratch. This nigga say, "Oh, I'm finna cook up 25 beats today on Twitch." That's what he'll post on his Instagram. Oh man, you know what I made on Monday? That this week I'm gonna make it go a day and I'm gonna cook up twice as many beats. So I'm gonna cook up 50 beats on Twitch. And I'm like,
Damn.
but when he's cooking up 50 beats, all you got to do is go to the pool of, yeah, all these people send me all these loops. Let's listen to all these loops. I'm fucking with this. Boom. Just like the dude said, oh, it's going to take me 15 minutes because I'm going to just cook up.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Make
damn.
$150.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn. And me over here, I'm like, nah, nigga, I want to transition. And I ain't in 15 minutes. But just like what you said earlier, which when you was cooking up the beat, you said, man, you can make a beat in 15 minutes. And it could be something that's worth something. And then boom. And I'm like, yeah. I look at my shit. I can't make a beat. I don't want to because it's something about like, I like the process. I like discovering. I
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
but
man.
when
Artist.
you say like, oh, my shit is long, and I'm like, yeah, my shit is long because most of my shit is like 3, 4. Nothing's less than 2 hours. It's rare when it's less than 2 hours, right? But when I look at those, I'm like, nigga, the beat was made right here. Nigga, 40 minutes in, nigga, this is pretty much the whole beat, my nigga.
Yeah, it's just you trying to find different shit that you want to do with it. Yeah. No, yeah, I do that. That's the same thing. Like I find out the beat is done in like 20 minutes probably. And then after that, it's just tuning it or trying to find transitions. And then after that, an hour goes by, then after that, I just try to find little niches and stuff in it to make it sound better. But yeah, really, I mean, for rappers, you just need the beat, like the solid foundation beat, and they can do whatever
That's
they
what we
want.
used to write to all the time, actually. Cousin to bounce that out, the little 16 loop. Boom. And then we'll write our verse to that because we know what it's. He'll lead, give us probably 4 bars to lead in. Boom, write the 16. You write your hook, and like boom. That's how we used to do it. We start out with the hook, and then the hook would tell us what the story was going to be about.
Crazy. So you go with the 4 bar lead in, and you go 8 with the hook, and then go 16 with the bar with the verse. Oh, okay. For those of you that don't know that are listening, 4 bar lead in is like the intro basically, and then he's talking about bringing the hook in first. Usually the hook is about 8 bars, um, traditionally, and then 16 bar verse. So that's where you get your shit off. That's where you get your bars off on those bars. But
Like
yeah,
essay. This is the essay that people are doing, giving you the body.
yeah. I feel it's not like that no more though.
No, hell no. It's no more essays.
Everybody just do whatever the hell they want. They just write shit in the book. Shit is just random.
What I was thinking about, like, I really feel the best comparison is science projects every time because
Yeah.
in listening to my old SoundCloud, the tracks I hate are the reason why I don't really like all my tracks is I didn't upload just to upload them. These were all like remix competitions. So I had a deadline each week to upload the shit. So I know the ones where I rushed, like it's kind of like a rush science project. It's not
Yeah.
thought out. Like like it's just you did it to get credit, but you didn't do it to get an A. You know?
Yeah. You had to do it. You didn't want to get a 0 on it.
And now when I look at those, it made me relate to nowadays. Now I'm on 16 fucking cookup sessions. And I'm like, fuck, I still have that common denominator. Every track that I hate out of my cookup sessions are tracks that I wasn't feeling.
Just rushed, felt it.
Rushed,
Yeah.
overworked. Because in these ones, it wasn't just rushed, it's overworked in some where my rest wasn't proper. And then I'm still trying to just get it done out of obligation versus out of the joy of doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, exactly. I know you hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head, actually.
What?
By doing it out of obligation. Yeah, it's like when you when you don't record yourself, I mean, when I don't record, I feel a lot better.
Because it's not out of obligation.
It's not, yeah. You just do whatever you want to, and of course, my beats come out better.
Yeah, because you're free.
Yeah, you're free to do it. You don't have to worry about talking. You don't have to worry about.
Yeah, I don't gotta explain shit. I ain't gotta make sure that the listener can follow along. Like I could just do, and that's where you get flow state because then you don't have to focus on being in the moment because you are the moment.
Yeah. You know when I flow state, you know what one of my triggers is? Squinting. I know. I noticed that when I or if I focus like this, like, and then it's like kind of zone in on it, like purposefully, it gets me to the flow state faster. I do that shit in basketball, or when I'm shooting around. Even
That
I'll
remind
go
me
up
of
there,
Biker Boys.
yeah. Oh yeah, freaking tunnel vision. You see it? Fucking cheap, bro. That was cheap. Like, shut up, man. It's just going fast.
Going fast as fuck. Hey, but tell me that you didn't start feeling that feeling in life though, like.
Oh, yeah, but it didn't look like that. It just
didn't look like that. But
it was clarity. It wasn't tunnel vision, but it's more of a clarity. You're able to focus, like like the Sharingan, like the Sharingan, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel when I'm in like a flow state. That's how I feel. Like I can see everything.
When my opponent attack, I expand. Yeah. I'm just alert and ready. Yeah.
The alertness is crazy. And it's just like boom. And I feel like I can, you just do anything after that because you're paying attention to everything at once, which is crazy. Like all Geminis came lined up, and you like, oh man, you got to see. It's not like the Sharingan. It's like the
it's copycat jutsu.
Nah, bro. The Renegon, the other eyes, the Akatsuki ones. You gotta watch Shippuden, man.
I'm like, what? Other eyes?
This is the original eyes. Like you never they talk about it briefly.
The first person that they show eye is Kakashi.
Yeah.
He's the first person that they give us Sharingan knowledge. And then we find out that nigga didn't even originate the shit. The nigga did some crazy shit. Got the shit on him, jacking the neck, killing the neck, got the shit right.
Yeah, he got it. His is borrowed. He is not
not native.
No, he's not native, so it drains his chakra faster. But what's it called? The original, the creator of ninjutsu, basically. The one who created all of
the jutsu?
who showed how to do the jutsus and stuff. Like
what? They show that in it, but that's when you get to Shippuden.
Yeah, they start talking about it. But then the guy, you've seen the Akatsuki people, right? The one with the cloak. Like you've seen the people with the cloaks, right? Itachi, so that group, the main leader,
Sasuke brother.
Yeah, the main leader of that group is the one that has the eyes.
That's not Orochimaru's hood. That's the rival to Orochimaru's hood, ain't it?
Orochimaru left that group. He was a part of it at one point. They talk about that too. Yeah. I don't mean to spoil it or anything like that.
Because it was Orochimaru, the girl who's the Hokage, and then what's it called? They were the three young niggas.
Jiraiya, yeah. Oh yeah. They did fight him at one point. Or no. They did not fight him actually. There's a whole story to that part, but
because like it's Naruto, what's my girl name? Sakura-chan, and my nigga Sasuke. So then the little homie version of that is Kakashi, Orochimaru, and ain't it the girl?
It's Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and the fourth Hokage or the whatever.
The girl though, right?
Fifth Hokage. Yeah.
I forgot her name. She got some.
Tsunade.
Tsunade. Yeah. Tsunade. Jiraiya is Pervy Sage, right?
Yeah. So it's them three.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the younger.
They're the OGs.
Yeah, but this is the I'm talking about Itachi, the villains basically. The villains that main group has the originator's eyes. And well, you can find out anyway. But anyway, there's like 6 of them. His name is Pain, right? But there's like 6 of them that have it, and he can see everywhere through each individual's eyes. So they're fighting everybody, right? but it's like they have eyes in the back of their heads because
Oh
everybody's looking. Everybody's
shit!
looking at everybody, so they have like a wide span of of view. He's dope. You need to watch that shit. You need to watch Naruto versus Pain. That shit's fucking crazy.
I gotta still finish these filler episodes from
Don't watch the
regular
filler.
Naruto.
Don't watch the filler episodes.
How
Just
you
go to
not? How do you?
Shippuden.
Nah, man, I
Go
can't
right
skip
in-
like that.
Go right into Shippuden. You already know enough. Like, what part of Naruto do you finished already?
And last part I was at was that's what I'm saying. Tsunade was the Hokage. They was sending them on these bunk ass, retarded ass missions, man, where niggas got to go get noodles for the day or some shit. It was like just weird shit.
It's a
Yo,
dog.
you watch the whole damn shit, and it's like, nigga, I really wasted my time watching this shit.
So
I don't
what
know.
happened with the team? What happened with the team? Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. What happened?
Sasuke went somewhere else because this nigga was finally like, I'm finna go be bad, nigga, because I can't beat my brother. My brother came with my ass, and I feel I need to be bad so I can be able to get strong enough to beat that nigga ass. And he left somewhere else. And then
got bit in his shoulder already. And all that
yeah.
stuff. He fought Gaara and shit came all
Yeah,
crazy.
he started tripping. Gaara, boom. So now then you got fucking Naruto. He went off with Pervy Sage. Them niggas was over there looking at girls and doing whatever the fuck.
Oh, so he fought Sasuke already in the epic battle. You saw that.
Sasuke and Naruto, where they was gonna blow each other up, and it was like, nah, don't do that, nigga. Don't do that. He was like, that nigga would have hit your ass. Right?
Yeah, that was dope, right? You see the back of the water tower?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the big fight between them.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
Because if he's with Jiraiya, oh, you know what? Sasuke didn't go somewhere else. He was just training or something.
Sasuke somewhere else because I think he got bit. He started on some other shit and he leaves. He leaves because the last thing I remember with Sasuke is that he's no longer with the group. This nigga left.
Did he say where he was at? Do you know where he went?
Like my clear memory is that this nigga brother came and he got his ass whooped in front of his homies and he got mad about that shit because his brother came and was like, nigga, I'm still big brother, nigga. And he had his little homies. Fucked him up real quick. And then this nigga went on a whole bender and he's feeling all bad. Like, I can never beat this nigga. Like, little brother syndrome.
He fucked him up real good. He said, what is it? Bah! Like just little punches. So if he left, then Naruto and Sasuke fought a big fight.
They did.
If he's gone, then Naruto
they left. It's
so
not because now it's just Naruto. Now it's just she's learning like healing shit or whatever the fuck. Sakura.
Oh yeah,
back
dude.
at the base.
Watch Shippuden. Rewatch the fight between Sasuke and Naruto, and then watch Shippuden, just so you get a.
But they're not teaching you nothing about these little frogs on the shit. And like, come on, man. There's a frog, man. A whole big ass frog. Pervy Sage has a whole big ass frog, man.
Yeah, he does. So
that shit got to tie into something. And then what the fuck is Sakura learning these fucking healing properties for? That's gonna tie into something too.
They don't show it until Shippuden.
What?
Because right now everybody. So Sasuke's with Orochimaru.
Yeah,
that's where he goes, right? So they're studying underneath the three legendary Sannin, right?
Yeah. Naruto was with Pervy Sage.
Right.
What's it called with Tsunade.
Yeah.
And what's it called left with Orochimaru. Yeah.
Right.
Because he feel that he got his ass whipped from his brother because there's still goodness in him. And he got to get rid of that last piece of goodness because his brother ain't got no more goodness in him.
That's the end of the fight between Naruto and Sasuke, where they're fighting in the valley of the first Hokage and Madara, the Uchiha, one of the strongest Uchiha. They're fighting in there. He went in. Sasuke went full on freaking second stage.
His little
two hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you saw it. So he has two hands, and then Naruto's going in full in cloak mode. Nine-Tails cloak mode. Yeah. So, yeah, dude, just go into Shippuden. Skip all the bullshit.
It just feels so incomplete, man.
It's already incomplete, bro. Because all right, so if you saw the frogs, that means that Naruto fought Gaara already.
Yeah.
And that's when Sasuke got mad, and that's when they fought on the roof. And he's like, "Oh shit!" You got this little thing. He's like, "Huh?" He turned back. He said, "Oh, what the fuck?" He's like, "Why is he getting stronger? What the fuck?" Yeah, so he saw that. So he fought Gaara. He got the toad out. He's like, right, and freaking Gamabunta came out, the toad. The big one, the big red one.
The
He has
big ass frog.
sword right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you already know about the toads. There's nothing else you need to know besides these little bullshit ass like side missions.
Fuck, dude. Like, go do these stupid ass missions.
Yeah, it's a lot of it, and you don't need to see that. And if you do need to see it, you can recall it because it's not. There's nothing important after that stuff. It just shows him. He's like, I need to find Sasuke. They think they find the lead, and they don't.
Really?
That's it. Because they're trying to bring him back, but they can't. So they go and they see stuff. Oh no, he's not there. Oh no, he's not there.
That's all that is for the rest of that season?
Yeah. Or some BS. I mean, the first part of Shippuden's kind of the same way, but it's not really. Like you see the growth. It's dope because when you watch it, you'll see how Naruto and Sakura and how they fight and all the teams fight. And then you go into Shippuden and you see that they're older and you're just like, oh shit, what the fuck?
So you saying go back to the fight between Sasuke and what's it called?
Naruto. But you said you seen it, you remembered it because you named the stuff that happened. But watch the fight anyway. That's still a dope fight.
And then you said and double check the Gar match.
No, well, if you don't remember the frog, the toad, because everything leading up to this that pain fight, everything that leads up to that, all that stuff is dope. There are fillers, but then after he fights, like after all these different fights, because Sasuke eventually fights his brother, right, when they're older. After all that, it gets a little long, but the fights are dope. Like if you go through all those fights are dope. A lot of them. The first big fight in Shippuden is dope. It's one of my favorite fights. And Naruto, it's Sakura too. It's Sakura versus one of the Akatsuki members. And it's one of my favorite fights.
Really?
It's freaking dope.
Cause she was a little bitch early on, man.
Just watch it, man.
Damn.
Real shit. Oh, we should stop this. We've been talking about Naruto. And if you put your jutsus together, you can make
Sharingan, that Ingan.
Yeah.
There's multiple Ingans around this motherfucker.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Well, you seen the Byakugan too, right? So,
but see, that's why when you started explaining, I'm like, dude, because when I'm thinking about Sharingan, I'm like, but Byakugan looks at shit too. And I didn't even think about how the suffix is the same. I didn't think about that.
Oh, the gun. Everything's gone.
Everything gone. We got Byakugan, fucking Sharingan. What'd you call it? Renegan.
Oh, there's a man. You don't know about the levels. I don't want. If you're gonna watch it, I don't want to ruin it for you because
I'm gonna watch it, man. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna stop talking now. This is episode fucking.
Yeah, this episode
18.
18. Damn.
18. I'm posting 17 right now.
Cool. Episode 18, y'all. I'm NappooBeats.
Boris the Beats, baby.
We do this shit. I appreciate it.
We do this shit every week.
We do it every week. We gotta yell like a boy.
Yell like a boy. But we got responsibilities like a man.
Y'all that's the ending quote. Yell like a boy, but have responsibility. Wait, be responsible like a man. Yell like a boy.
Be responsible like a man, but yell like a boy.
Yell like a boy. Yell like a toddler. Yell like him.
For real.
Yeah.
Watch the first beginning of this damn episode to understand what we're talking about, motherfuckers. Shit. Be bold. Yeah. Don't sit on your hands, though. Don't rest on your laurels. Because my boy couldn't have posted this beat if he would have just sat back and listened. Brother's like, man, why you doing this so early? Nah, fuck that, I want to be heard. Be bold. Fucking took action. And we all spirit bombed that shit. That shit is dope.
That shit was dope as fuck. I appreciate everybody that helped out. Appreciate everybody's listening. You probably one of the ones that helped out. So and much love. All
right, we out here, y'all.
Yeah, watch that shit.
This money.
To get this money. Now I want to say it because it's already in my mind. There's different levels to the Sharingan. You know about that already?
Different levels to the Sharingan?
Uh-huh.
Well, remember I said Kakashi was borrowed, so you only knew his level and his chakras get depleted because he ain't true. But then Itachi comes through and show you some different shit. Because you see that there's a different level between when Sasuke gets fucked up by Itachi that first time around. You like, y'all both Sharingan niggas, but nigga, you a little homie for real.
He could have killed him easy. Remember that? He was stuck in a year getting stabbed on a crucifix. And he said, oh man, what? He said, it felt like a week. It felt like months in there. I was like, man, the name of that is a Tsukiyami, bro. Crazy.
Dude.
But I'm not talking about those levels. I'm talking about greater levels than that. But like physical, like you could see it change. Their eyes change. You don't know about that?
It was red, nigga. Nah. Look, I don't know. I got to do my research.
You're up all night, bro. I suggest you watch at least a few episodes.
For real.
You'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot of their things. I swear it's going to be one of the favorites again for you.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, man, we starting this year off right.
Because it's the powers are cool. Like, and the fight scenes are dope. There's just different fight scenes. Naruto's one of the top for me. I like it more than Dragon Ball. Like,
that's deep.
I tell people that because it's dope. Like freaking. I guess at the end of Naruto, they're like godlike almost, but you know, Dragon Ball Z, they're all godlike. Everybody.
Besides Krillin.
Hey, Krillin beat most of the Naruto universe, bro.
Hold on, what?
Krillin will beat most of Naruto's like the characters in Naruto universe.
I don't know about the water people, man.
Krillin?
What? Destructo Disc? Versus the water shadow people? That was going through the water and sucking niggas through the shit, and then like the other niggas, like it was like 3 homies in the water episode.
You remember Krillin watching people fight like this when nobody can see him in the air? You think he can't see no people turning into water? He knows the Kamehameha wave too. You remember that? He does.
Said, don't sleep on Krillin.
Don't sleep on Krillin. That fool was strong, dude.
Man, Krillin was strong, but he was the weakest of all the strong. Well, Yamcha, never mind. Yamcha.
Oh, well. Even Yamcha, he'll sleep a lot on the Naruto characters too.
He would with the full fang.
Yeah, Wolf Fang Fist. Bam. He knows the Kamehameha too. He does. Stopping the Kamehameha wave in Naruto universe. Nobody. Except for the main heads.
Rasengan will fuck up a Kamehameha. I think that'll be nice
to see.
That's what I said. It'll be nice to see.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to see. Rasengan versus Kamehameha.
I guess it will make sense. It rotates the energy. But not Goku's Kamehameha.
That's what I said, depending on who it is.
Master Roshi's is strong too. This shit. Yeah, Master Roshi's blew up the moon.
Yeah. I was watching that episode because I was gonna put out a beat to that actually.
Oh, dope! You should do it.
I was gonna put a beat to that because it was Master Roshi fighting Goku, and Goku turned into the thing, and then he had the Kamehameha of the moon in order to bring him down to the shit. And I was gonna use that fight scene to put a beat to. And I was gonna beat match from 2 episodes I think we was talking about.
Okay.
Whether we should put the Foley in or not, that's the scene I was talking about.
That was a scene? Oh shoot, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, man. That's a good one. But yeah, man, watch that shit. What time is it? I'm about to go eat.
Yeah, man, we outro, man. It's 7:22. That means it's 9:22. And we out here doing what it do. Because we always do what it do.
That's right. It sounds like you're recording already. Oh, let me play this real quick. I just want to show you this.
Oh, yeah, please.
Oh, it's too loud.
If it's in the recording. Because you definitely said you was going to play this like 3 times.
It's fine. You don't need to record it. It's all good. Oh, shoot. Is that too loud? Oh, shit.
Pay. California on my license plate. Last year, they ain't even like the Bay. Damn. But we don't never trip. All in those gas brake dip. No, we never trick on that bitch. No, I can't quit. No, I don't fuck with that mid. Bitch, but hey, put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really going dumb. Put me on some. 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 Yeah, we really going dumb. If they hating, got a price to pay. California on my license plate.
Hey.
Last year, they ain't even like the Bay.
Okay.
Damn. Had to get it on my own. I could really get it if I want. You can't even get it on the phone. You ain't even know. I'll be with a Bob getting down. I ain't gonna stop putting on. Put a whole mother slang. Yeah, bad bitches know my game. Yeah, big bag with a aim. Yeah, you ain't really what you claim. Why you always in the way? Fat ass little waist. Bet you gon' make it shake. Say you bout it, but you ain't. Put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
Stop babysitting, pass it. My fetty stretched like elastic. Yeah, bro, I gotta have it. On the trap, survival tactics. I'm so spiced, I can't even feel my face.
Hey.
Disrespect, get out of place, then we gon' put you in your place. Bar none. All my little niggas on the run.
Hey.
All my little niggas go dumb. When they pull up in the traffic, they holler, put me on some.
You 40 years old. Yeah, I forgot.
When they pull up a trap and they call me Unc.
They call me He's like,
Dude, you can get this dude a way better beat. No disrespect to whoever produced that. No disrespect to whoever produced that.
You talking about?
I said you can get this dude a way better beat.
That's the beat that I made.
Hold on, what?
Oh man, on my heart. No, well, you want to hear the original song?
That was the beat?
Yeah.
What was you playing to me earlier?
That was the same thing.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, watch. P-Lo.
You played me that at the same time? I mean, when we was on IG? Because I definitely couldn't hear no bass line.
That's my shit. That's my Dylan. Right here. This is the original one. It's crazy, like the difference.
Canva is the free tool that makes designing
We gotta love Canva.
I know. Canva.
That nigga's in my heart.
Canva has all my content creation needs covered.
Crazy watch. That was just a beat I made on New Year's. I mean, I'm just saying.
I didn't mean to hit you all like that in your heart, man.
I hate you. No,
I'll take it.
If they ain't got a price to pay.
Oh, crazy.
Last year they ain't even like the bay. Damn. But we don't never trip. All of those guys break dip. No, we never trick on that.
Of course, it sounds. Yeah, it's crazy though, right?
All right, go back to your beat.
Wait, hold on with the chorus.
Bitch, but hey, put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
So it's just that, right? And then what's right here?
If they ain't got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even like the bay. Damn.
And I'm over here.
Look at man.
Come run that back. Run it back. We gotta run it back.
I know it's on repeat. The other one, I didn't like fully do it yet. Like I took the bars, like I did the first one with just the drums and the bass line. I didn't put no switch ups or nothing like that in there, and I just got the little guitar part in there, and I had the drums by itself, and I just tried to line it up to see what it sounded like. That's what I had so far.
Because I'm sitting here and I'm bumping, right? But I was under the impression that you're playing me the original. And I'm like, oh, nah, nigga, you give this nigga a better beat. And it's you the whole time. And I'm like, hold up, nigga. I heard you play something earlier, but like, remember earlier you was like, oh, I got two headphones on. When you played me earlier, I couldn't hear the bass line. So that's why I put my headphones on. And I'm like, oh, that's why I said, hey, dude, you got to play the beat again when we get back on the motherfucking thing.
Okay.
And then I spaced out. I'm kind of high, you know what I'm saying? Because you said this 3 times. You said, I'm going to play this beat. I'm going to play this beat. I'm going to play this beat. And when you finally went to play the beat, I was zoned out while we were listening to the beat and thought, right, we're back to you showing me P-Lo, some artist from the Bay, that this is his track. And I'm listening like, okay. But hell yeah, nigga, you finna give him some shit. Like, you like, nigga, this is the shit I gave him. This is the shit I did. Motherfucker, what you trying to say? And I'm like, oh, I didn't even hear the first one. I'm like, what did you give me the first time? And like, so originally when you was bumming the IG, like I can't backpedal out of it, nigga. I said what I said. But
no, it's all
right?
good. I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. You're like, oh hell, you can give him a better beat than that. And I probably can. It's my own beat. I probably can give him a better beat. That beat, it just reminds me of like a Detroit, like almost Dilla-esque, because of when I was playing the bass, I kind of found the keys right there. I was like, oh shoot, like bass, drum, like
what Dilla track you talking about? Because you're saying it's no, right?
Like what's that one off The Shining here? Let me see.
And while you do that, we definitely gonna take some time to say rest in peace to MF Doom.
Yeah, man, crazy, huh? That's crazy.
Yeah, like
rest in peace. Are we recording still?
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put on there what you threw me some shade? Is that's what you're gonna put on there?
I'm gonna cut it out, man. He was like, hold up, and you even said it. He was like, we don't gotta record it. And I was like, well, remember EJ said, like, I'll just leave it on. But yeah, I cut it out, nigga. Ain't nothing, man. Like, ain't nothing. Because at the end of the day, just like who the fuck was looking at?
Said you was high.
I'm never. Yeah, I know, right? But I did zone out and say like, because you say he's gonna play the beat, and I'm like, the beat that you played, I'm like, all right, you finna get us next some shit, because I thought we was listening to the original. I really did. But no, the whole fact of like where everybody meme that said like, oh, we're not taking any unsupportive motherfuckers into 2021 or niggas that's like speaking against your mission and shit, and it's like, nigga, I'm never speaking against your mission. That's one thing fucking clear. And that's why it was dope for Chris to watch last week's episode, because it's like the times where he got disconnected and he just comes back in here to womp womp womp. I'm like, nah, nigga, that ain't towards you, nigga. What? Nigga, don't take it like that. You can watch the episode and see what the fuck happened, nigga. No. It ain't that at all. So, but
here, let me see if I can. It's not this one. This is Dwelling. Where's it at? Oh, it might be this one. Zilla has these baseline runs. So kind of like, I'm not saying it's exactly like that, but this is what I think about. Like esque, I should say.
What kind of bass would you call that?
It's like a Moog bass, isn't it? Right? Yeah. I had a Moog, man. My dad had two of them. Moog synthesizers.
Y'all still have them?
Yeah. Well, at least my dad does. I don't know. Well, he got rid of one because one of the keys were broken. I was like, you can get that fixed?
Yeah.
I was like, go get that fixed. He's like, but we have one left. I don't know where it is, but I've been trying to get it from him. But give me that Moog, man.
What would you use now to get, like, if you want to, because Moog mode, whatever.
Sorry.
When you watch that K-Tronada tutorial beat, like, he's gonna show you some shit like that. But if you were to do it right now, just off rip, what would you use?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know those sounds. Remember, I was about to get with you and be like, "Hey, what the hell are those sounds?" You said, "Oh shit," and you rubbed your hands together because you knew what it was. I don't know what it is. I was like, "Oh man, I know these 70 sounds though, 80 sounds."
Because do you got Reactor 6? You don't have Reactor 6?
I don't. I kind of want to get that Omnisphere, but I don't even know what's in there. I just know that I need it.
Because maybe when you watch that K-Tronada tutorial, you'll find something. But
okay,
what I use right now that's a replica Moog, like in synth, is Reactor 6 has a plugin called Monarch.
Monarch.
Yeah.
I think I have like it's I don't know if it's like a little version from Machine, but it's there. But I want to recreate, like, I want to get that full sound.
You got Monarch is gonna give you analog bass. And like if you're just doing it on Logic, you can still get analog bass and create it from scratch with the EX24 or the fucking you can still do it in Alchemy too. You got Massive? Damn.
Yeah, I don't, man. Well, I have it, but I don't know, man. I don't mess with that stuff, to tell you the truth.
If you have it and it works without crashing, then that's all you need. When you have a synthesizer, like you're just going back to the original shaping of sounds. You know what I mean? Like just taking a doo and making it what? Yeah, you know.
I don't really fully understand the LFO and all that shit. Like I don't. I need to research that stuff. I haven't really messed with it that much.
I take this shit for granted now that I think. Yeah, dude. Lynda.com was linked with LinkedIn, and they had all these fucking like before Udemy or whatever the fuck, and so they got all these like classes and shit. So I took Logic, Massive, like all that shit, mixing, mastering. They got all these like panels with producers and all this shit. And so,
oh, you know what? My school offered. They had an account because they were a school. So they had like the student logins where you could just go in and watch those. Yeah, I didn't take advantage of those. I did
it's worth it, man. It's worth it. When I wasn't doing nothing, like when I wasn't out of school and all that shit, I was like, dude, it's worth the fucking $10 a month or whatever. Whatever equals to $60 a year. I'm like, dude, if I'm paying for $60 a year in school to learn some trades that's gonna pay me money, it's better than going to actual school.
Yeah, $60 better than paying a bajillion dollars. I don't know.
But yeah, nah, that's just how you get that fucking thick ass analog bass. But if not, you know,
I'll check it out.
You know, you can send it over to a brother, and I'll put that bass on there, and I'll send it back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what's going on with that thing? Do you do anything to that thing yet?
I didn't do none of that thing. I'll still sit over here. I didn't do that.
Send it, bro, and I'll post it because we all need to go dumb a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I do feel we need to go dumb, but that's what I was feeling. That's what I was gonna say to you right here. Is you didn't even go dumb.
I know. It's because my brother sent me that vocal, and I didn't listen to it and kind of feel the vibe for it. I just put a beat on.
Okay. Because like
I get you. I get the reasoning by what you're saying. I agree with you. Because I can make that shit crazy. Like
because from what we working on right now on going dumb, and
then
that, and that.
You're like, come on, man. We said all this shit, and now people don't believe you. Now look at that. You're showing less.
It's like it's cool, but it ain't that. Because this is the thing. If like it was a point where I looked at the screen and like I'm bumping. You know I'm bumping because if we replay this, you can see like my head was not at certain points. But the whole reason why you sent me Double Style Eyes is because we came off that Versus. I was parked on the side of the road in Beverly Hills, bumping with my doors open, bumping on the side, smoking weed. And I'm feeling it. I'm looking. I got my shit in the car, like on the little thing. So I'm outside the car. I'm smoking it. I see you funny. He doing this. And I'm feeling that energy. And when you send me that, you like, hold up, hey, this is the. So like, you know, we come from that, and then it's like, nigga, yeah, you gotta come harder. Just go dumb.
If I choose to remix that song, that song was like from 2017 or something like that. Something crazy, older. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I feel what direction we're going in now.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, all right. Well, probably log out now then. Get you that shit. You know, Double Style. We post that in the next collab for sure.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, we can put a video to that. Get some
like
females.
What?
Go get some females.
I know, right? I'm just gonna go ahead from my plethora to choose from.
Plethora of your, what is it? My homie used to say it's concubine.
Concubines.
Yeah, Cyrus used to say that shit. I was like, oh man.
I ain't got no concubines on deck, man. I'm just a nigga with equipment. All right, we outro.